crazy. You must think I'm crazy. Guess who's back? Have you left the TV and the lights
No,
on?
I've not finished yet.
Well, so yes, you have left the
Shut up,
TV
I'm
and
going
the lights on.
to
You're such a bell.
It's not mithering.
Not mithering, mate. It's not mithering. Mither you in a minute. It just rhymes place with place. That's the song I was trying to think of earlier when you weren't here and I didn't have that conversation with you. I couldn't think of that song. I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I'm doing it since 1966 now. Hey, Mr. Postman, stop and see. Is there a letter on your back for me? Come in. I'm turning the light off because you are getting loud.
You were getting right.
You won't. You won't do it. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Been doing it since 1966
I
now.
left my latest copy of Chinese Fate in the car.
All right, well, we've got quite a few old ones.
I've got one here that's not been open. Is that what that is?
Give me a song and I'll look up the chords. I'm a rebel just for kicks now. What's it called? Rebel just for kicks now.
Yeah.
Rebel just for kicks now.
look.
Chords. Don't dox yourself. Keep the envelope down.
Attacked by dark forces.
Haven't we all?
Every time I go to sleep.
Every time I go for a dump. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. That's guitars. Ukulele. Here we go. It shows me the. Oh,
Did you find the actual song?
yeah.
Oh, what's it called?
It's called Rebel Just for Kicks now. So it's C sharp minor, E, F sharp minor.
Oh.
That's an impossible chord. I'm a rebel just for kicks now.
Oh,
Hang on, don't take Please turn that off because it's. Here we go. I'm a rebel just for kicks now.
You're perfect.
Since 1966 now. Give me a song that I know. But like something that I know, because I don't really know that one.
Do Dua Lipa.
Oh, I like I like physical.
Yeah.
No, what's the one where it drops the beat? It drops and then it gets fat. What's this?
The latest one is Hypnotise.
No, it's not that.
Is it that?
Is it that? Can't play it. Love me, love me, baby. That's it. Home. On the door until you break my heart. I know when boom, boom, dum, dum. Falling in love with the one that could break my heart. See, I could play. I don't really know any chords on the ukulele. That's the problem. Let's have a go.
Hasn't stopped you before.
Thank you very much. There we go. It's got an E minor in it, which I can do, and a G I can do. The rest I can't do. There we go. Oh, I would have stayed at home, 'cause I was always better alone. But when you said hello, I don't know what B minor. I knew it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home. Now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? 'Cause I was always better alone, but when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home. 'Cause, there we go. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? That's it. There you go. I can do it.
So that's that sorted.
Well, it kind of is. I would have stayed alone, and then you said hello. It was the end of it all. I'm singing this to you. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart?
Oh.
Duende.
Espíritu.
Sorry?
Espíritu.
Spirito duende.
Duende.
But how would you do it? So that's it. How would you do it? What's that? That's it. Oh, that's Spanish. Yeah, I don't want that one. What's when I'm cleaning windows? It's that bit. I would have stayed at home 'cause I was always better alone. Or when you get home, it was the end of it all. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart?
Are you channeling George Formby?
I'm trying to. It's a tough one to do. It's a tough one to do.
I do not like my hair anymore.
I could have stayed at home 'cause I was always better alone. And when you said hello, I'm not even looking at the words. I knew it was the end of it all. I've got to move. This is why we need the door needs to open that way.
Or you need to.
You need to.
Hey.
I should have stayed at home 'cause I was always better alone. Oh, when you said hello, you know it was the end of it all. I don't know where that D goes. I could have stayed at home 'cause I was always better alone. When you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. That's where it goes. I should have said that. But what's it?
Right.
Oh, I just pulled this out again.
Oh, you absolute
tool.
melon.
I could have stayed at home, but I was alone when you said hello. No, it wasn't the end of it all, but if I could stay at home, I was alone. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? I can do it though, can't I?
Lost lambs, old hands, find a man, not a man, understand he's the daddy son of Sam, man, hey, they found the Lord of pain. Dark words overheard, nipple twist, rug burn. Demon bird, doom heard, me and Stevie Gutenberg, liar, in the lake of fire. Satan, can you hear us? We are on our way. I'd just like to give more praise today. 'Cause that's the acolyte way.
Welcome, and you are welcome to the show.
Oh, no.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Could you not?
Too late. Oh, you're talking about the uke?
Yeah.
You just wait back.
Why do I look
You
like...
wait about 3 seconds.
Why do I look like rice pudding today? Because I'm knackered, I think. Why?
I should have stayed at home, 'cause I was always better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. If I had been am I falling in love? Let's do this properly.
Oh, good.
Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Boom, boom. I was always better alone, but when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home. You told me to learn this song. Am I falling in love with the one that can break my heart? It's an easy bond tonight. It's an easy bond tonight.
Well, I thought it was easy Bond, but that's just a glimmer there. That's not actual Bond.
Well, James, where? Yeah, that's a glimmer. We had that yesterday.
Yeah, that's
it's
just
an
a
easy
glimmer.
bond.
I can always check it by just putting my head in the way. Look.
Oh, it's an easy bond.
Easy Bond, easy Bond. Is it? Oh, is it there in your cardigan?
Here he is. Hello, Zardos. I've never seen Zardos. Let's make him big tonight. Let's have a big bond. Welcome. You're so welcome to the show.
Can I make him stand on my finger? Yeah, look,
Yeah,
like a bird.
You may do anything you want. He's 90. Elder abuse. The elder abuse. Go on, make him sit on your finger.
I was being Snow White.
Oh, okay. You make him sit on your finger.
Anyway, that was a lot of fun.
Spallet says, Ian, you're on Mandy later, just in case you didn't know you was in it. I didn't know I was in it. Thank you so much. Ian.
Again?
Welcome to the show. We've not watched that one yet. I've not watched it. I won't watch it. I don't like watching myself anymore. Welcome to the show. We are both tired.
Yeah, overtired. Properly overtired.
I had to go to London for the first time. I think, when did we stop going to London? Was it February or was it March?
March, I think.
And I had to go to London, not into central London. I had to go to... But the way I went, I basically drove to where Old worked. Old work.
Yeah.
I had to go around there. And it took ages to get in. It was busy. And they've done a thing with the cycle lanes. They've put barriers up along the cycle lanes, which is crazy because you used to be able to drive in the cycle lanes after 7 p.m. That was my little cheat.
Yeah.
So did that, and was interviewed about some TV for a Channel 5 series when classic TV goes badly wrong. When classic TV...
But the emphasis on badly, not just slightly awry, as a lot of the clips were.
Do you know what?
Just a bit.
They were really nice
screwy.
people, actually. It's the first sort of filming I've done. I've done 2 bits of filming since COVID-19 was invented by Dominic Cummings. I'm going to call it the Cummings flu now. It's Cummings for you all. Cummings flu. So it's the second... I've done 2 bits of filming since Cummings flu was invented in a laboratory in Dominic Cummings' butt. And the first one was done in my house, and they dropped off a camera and stuff, and I had to set up the camera, and I had to set up a green screen and lights, and I had someone on Zoom on the phone telling them... Anyway.
Gosh.
And this was in an actual place, and I got there very early, and I parked, and I texted them saying, I'm here, but I'm quite happy to sit in my car for an hour. I've got, stuff to read.
I'd rather not speak to you.
I'd rather not speak to you. But no, they went and desanitized my dressing room.
Not desanitised, surely. They
Sanitised. They sanitised it.
They decontaminated it.
That's it.
Who'd been in it before? Do you know?
They wouldn't tell me anyone else's name.
Oh.
Which I thought was weird. And then I went in the studio. It's one of those things where you've seen loads of clips of TV and they ask you to talk about it. But no one came near me. The guy that was interviewing me was 6 foot away, but behind a perspex screen.
Okay, a split screen. Did they put makeup on you? No.
No.
Oh, they're going to do that in post.
Do that in fact.
They'll put one of those nice filters on, like the Kardashians
do
have.
Like an IG filter or something.
Yeah, beautiful.
People are asking if they can call us. Yeah, you can call us. Let's just let's open up the Skype. And I did it, and they were very nice. And normally with these things, they book you, and then they keep pushing it at the time. But this, they said, oh well, can we just do one more and then we'll let you go? And I was like,
oh, you know why?
Why?
Because they need to be absolutely precise. I expect they've got
the
you
next
all
person was
waiting.
coming
Yeah.
in. Next person was coming in.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, it's Elliot Giles 1234.
Ah, Elliot Giles 1234. My favourite of the 1234 family.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. I mean it. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. I heard that you don't like the coronavirus being mentioned. What's it called again?
The Cummings virus. It was invented by Dominic Cummings in a laboratory. And do you know where that laboratory is, Elliot?
No, I don't know.
It's up his butt. It's up Dominic Cummings' butt.
Oh,
Yes.
but yeah, that's very nice, yeah.
He's humouring you.
Yeah.
Well, tonight, Elliot, is a very spooky show. Right? First we got a guest on. Exactly. Do that again.
Ooh.
We've got a guest, Josh Barry, who isn't spooky. He's coming on at 10. But maybe he might have a spooky story. We don't know.
I bet he has.
Okay, can I tell you guys a spooky story?
Did this actually happen to you?
Huh?
Can you do that ooh? Can you do that? I don't know whether it doesn't work. Can you do that ooh noise one more time, please?
Ooh.
Thank you. You can tell us a spooky story then.
Okay, so one time I was staying at my friend's house, and
And it turned out your friend had died 10 years that exact day.
No.
Nope.
I said to my friend, I feel like something's watching me. He says, nah, you're being paranoid, mate. I'm like, you sure? He's like, come on, mate, get back on the game.
Get back on the game. What? Oh, the video game. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, every time I would keep on putting the controller down, and I'll be like walking around thinking, something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And then one time.
Whoa!
And that's the end of the story.
That's the end of the story?
No.
Here we go. There's more. There's more.
It carried on. All right. Here's the thing. If all right, I'll be quiet. Go on.
So I went to go to bed. Obviously, I went to go to sleep, and I literally saw someone walk past me. And I
Was it your friend's mum?
No. Because all of them was asleep.
Was it your friend's dad?
No.
Was it your friend's uncle?
No.
Then it had to be
Your friend's auntie?
a ghost. A ghost. That's the science.
Yeah. So it's great to call you again.
It's great to talk to you, Elliot.
I mean, I've just like called you, and I can like, I don't know. I just like.
Go on, say it. Say it. Go on, say it. Say it. Go on.
So how was London?
London was very busy, sir.
Oh, you sound like Wordy.
London was very busy, sir.
Sorry. Okay.
London was very busy, sir. There were lots of people there.
Is he trying to be funny?
London was very busy, sir. London was very busy, sir.
Ooh.
Catherine, we're doing hang on. We're doing voices that you can't hear, right? So, but
when you watch it back, you're gonna love it.
Let Kath play with some voices. Hang on a second. Here we go. Right,
London was very busy, sir. Over. London. This is rubbish.
Don't say they're rubbish, because I paid £6.80 to have these for 3 months.
Well, these are cack.
Here we go. All right.
London was very busy.
I think one time I would love to do a FaceTime call.
Okay, bye.
We've all got dreams.
Right.
What?
I'm about to turn on. Hang on. I'm about to turn on a voice effect called echo, right? I want you... Don't tell me! When I did this with my kids, I want you to shout the first word that they said when I did this specific effect. Are you ready? This is called echo.
Echo.
Of course they did. Kids always say echo. So, hope... baby now.
Oh, that reminds me of, I don't like this fish. It has no relevance to the surroundings.
But why does it make you... I want to play a game. I want to play a game. Do you want to play a game? Do you want to play a game? If you do, then play with me. I'm a police bot.
Ooh.
C'est bon. Madame, monsieur, would you like to order?
Oui, je voudrais des petits pois avec du poisson.
Pardonnez-moi. We only have le croque-monsieur.
Oh.
For madame?
Et pour monsieur?
Oh no, excuse me. I was talking to the gentleman. We only have a croque, monsieur. Madame?
Oh là là, mais c'est trop drôle.
And scene. Totally improvised. But why do my other Streamlabs hotkeys? Oh, look, it's
Because you have ballsed it right up.
I have. Technology's getting... I've had my Facebook account hacked at the weekend, then it's been hacked again. And what it is, it's hacked by... I have every sympathy for Vietnam and what happened, but not for the scumbags that keep hacking my page. It's Vietnamese...
Scarfists.
Vietnamese scarfists hack my Facebook page, lock it, they demote me, so I'm still an admin. I'm not admin, but I'm like... They can't boot me out, but I'm the lowest person you can be on a Facebook page. So I have no control over it. Then they lock the page so it can only be seen in Vietnam. Can't be seen anywhere else. And then they have live streams where they sell scarves. It is...
But why? Why do they need to sell them in such a weird way? I mean, that's a lot of effort to go to sell scarves. In Vietnam.
Does anyone know? It's really annoying. And they booted me out of the weekend and I got back in and now they've done it again. And I'm really hot. And it's just, I'm that close to just jacking off.
What? No, don't do that. That's against the TOS.
Can someone tell me, Stream Deck people, why... Oh, my
My flies are right undone.
We just saves... I live on my own. It just saves time. Bit hot. It saves time. Can someone tell me why all of my Stream Deck... And don't... But here's the thing I hate, right? I really hate this. And there are people in this chat now that do this, right? So if you've done this, I'm talking to you, right? When I ask a specific question on Twitter, right? And it's quite often about tech. And it's a really specific question. Catherine.
They Google it.
Well, no, they don't.
They send you the Google link.
They don't even do that. I ask a specific question, right, about a tech issue.
A specific question.
And people will say, have you Googled it? Right? Yeah, I've Googled it, right? I've tried everything I can. Twitter is
He's
not...
asked Jeeves, he's binged it.
Twitter is not my first port of call for technical advice.
Yeah.
Right? It's not where I go, oh, I've got a real problem with this Stream Deck device. I suppose I could Google it and see if it's... Or, no, I'll just ask Twitter. Right? So anyone that does that, anyone that says, try Googling it, I just block them, right? And then the other thing is, people go, well, I've not actually got that problem, but what you could try is this. No, I don't have that system, but it sounds like it could be this. So have you tried this? Again, if I'm asking on Twitter, I've tried all of the obvious stuff. When I ask a specific tech question, right, I only want you to answer if you've experienced that same specific tech problem, or you're the developer of the thing I'm asking the question about and you know the answer. Don't guess. Don't guess. Right? I can guess. I've spent hours guessing. Don't guess. It really annoys me.
Also, you don't have to answer.
No.
That's just a general rule for Twitter and indeed this. You don't have to answer.
So if anyone knows why Stream Deck, it's not saved any of the... This thing is going to be more pain in the butt cheeks than it's worth. Let's just have a Stream Deck. Let me open it up. Because it's all there, but look, it won't... That is trying to retrieve scenes. So is this not connected? I would never say that to annoy anyone that has a tech problem on Twitter. You do it the most, Katie! We haven't got the bells.
What the hell? Give me the bell!
You're one of the prime suspects in this crime! So why... So if I go to... Hang on a minute. Text stream. Wheel of Fortune. What does this do? If I press this. Absolutely nothing. Right, okay. Nothing at all.
Well, that's good to know.
Play credit. Empty jar. Show media. Well, and I wonder if this is it. I'm wondering if this is somehow connected to the Facebook people. Because like every sensible... internet user, I have the same password for everything. Hang on a minute. So, Streamlab, play or stop at a Stream Deck. No. Soundboard. No. Stream Deck. No. Streamlabs. Play. Streamlabs OBS. Here we go. Here we go. Scene. Oh, it. Drag. Right. Here we go. Scene. If you want to replace, I want to replace this. New pre-show film. No. Iain close up. And then if I... Right. And then we call that one Iain. I did all this last week.
I know, but I love the fact you're doing it live now. I think everyone appreciates it.
Well, I hope they bloody well. I really hope they do.
I'm sure some of them will tell us.
It doesn't work.
Do you have to press enter? Do you have to press? Oh no, I know what the difference is.
What?
Go back on that. Now, right now, do it.
It doesn't work. If I go there, right, that doesn't work. Why is that? Somehow my Stream Deck is not connected to my. Are you using? I nearly read that out, Tom. Are you using the latest version of Netscape Navigator? For goodness sake. But that should work now. Iain close-up. That should be that scene. Let's just try that. So we go there. We go there. It's not doing it. You can tell we haven't got any content for tonight.
I've got loads of content.
Oh.
I've got 3 copies of Chat is Fate.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I've read these before. I'm pretty sure they've used this picture before. And I probably can check it.
But why does that not... Hang on, let's go to settings. Brightness, software versions. Check for update. We're going to update the software. You're up to date. Iain Lee. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Something's happening. It won't work.
Oh no. This one's stuck to the envelope.
What? I'm not in DOS. Honestly, we're going to do the show. I'm going to leave this to one side. But I want you to know I am not enjoying any of this. Turn it off and turn it on again. I mean, it's an option, isn't it? It's... I'm not enjoying... Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh.
No. But my son has played around with this.
Blame the child.
Doesn't work.
That worked.
Yeah, that works, but that's like the...
Try again. Maybe it wasn't ready.
It wasn't ready. I will not be enjoying any part of tonight's stream as a direct result, and I want you to know as well that when this stream ends, I am going to be sitting here fiddling about. Why is that? I got to uninstall it and install it again, haven't I? Hello, caller. Some show tonight.
Right.
Some show tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Do you want to ban someone?
No.
Because we can.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm itching. I'm always itching to ban, but at this point, I'm okay.
I might do a test stream. I'll probably do it on Saturday, actually. But again, it's what it is.
It'll be something simps.
It'll be something. It'll be uninstalling and it'll be something simps. But here's that. Hang on a minute. If I just give me one more thing, one more chance, one more chance.
Oh, Thunderponds.
What's he said?
Rain him, Kath. Why is this happening?
Rein him in. This is not entertainment.
Oh well, there's an answer to that.
Unable to fetch account.
Yeah, why?
Ooh.
Oh well, I'll just take some names. I'll get you after.
Voice mod. So what we're going to do is we're going to close. We're going to close. So voice mod is closed, and then that doesn't work.
How queer.
Matty, can we ban Thunderponds, please? Done it. You can type it if you need to.
Oh right, okay.
The past messages thing isn't working. Oh, okay, right. So there's a glitch in Twitch.
Oh, isn't there just?
And now I press this and it will go close up, but it won't go close. Look, it won't even play Macca.
Gosh, there must be something wrong if Macca's down.
But do you know what? I'm so anxious about this now. It doesn't matter. I'll sort it out over the weekend. It'll be a nice little project. But I'm just...
It'll be something really simple.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be plugged in?
That's to go into a computer, so it's absolutely nothing to do with it.
All right, just checking.
Thank you.
Thought I'd ask the question.
Thank you. It's going to take a little while just to get us going tonight. But boy, oh boy, when we get going.
Yeah.
When we get going. So, yeah, I went to London. You could just move in closer to the camera. I could do that. Yes, I know. It probably makes sense.
We're going to do manual close-ups today.
Yeah, we could do that. That's an option. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you're very welcome. You can Skype us, TLNA. From anywhere in the world, we will take your calls about anything. But tonight, I'll really... There's something in the air. There's a spooky vibe out there. And I want your spooky stories. Yeah. I want your spooky stories. I want to know ghost stories, UFO stories, anything like that. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Elliot, you've been on.
I will ask you a quick question.
Go on then, quick.
Okay, so quick question. If you was because I want to start something like you're doing, because like I like watching yours, but I want to do mine in a different style. What would you give me any advice?
Just be yourself.
Okay.
That's it. Be yourself. It took me 20 years to work it out. It's really, really simple. Be yourself. Don't copy, steal bits from people. You're young enough to steal bits and play around with them and see what the clothes feel like on you. But be yourself. Find your own true voice.
I'll never steal anything off you guys. Cause
steal it. We're the best. If you're going to steal from the best. And we are the best.
Yeah. And another quick question.
You said it was one question, dude.
Okay.
Go on, quick.
Oh, go on.
Okay. So, if you had a superpower, and this is for both of you, what would you do?
I'd go back in time and probably call tonight's show off. Thank you very much indeed, Elliot. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number.
I'd be able to zap people, like an actual real-life banhammer.
Oh.
What?
If you want to zap.
What is this? No. We're not playing this game today.
If you want to zap people, I've got tens machines.
No.
I'll
I'd have
zap
to
you.
strap it to everyone in the chat.
Is there a way, right? There's got to be a way. Because let me just show it. I'm going to get it out. Let me show it to the boys and girls, right? So this is a tens machine, right? I've got 2 of them. So there's 1 each. You know, I can't really say what I was going to say. All right. Is there a way I can connect this to our bodies and connect it to the Twitch? So if someone gives, for example, 10,000 bits, Kath gets zapped. And if someone gives, I don't know, like 30,000 bits, 40,000, 50,000 bits, I get zapped.
Oh.
Is there a way there is a way to do it. They do it on adult websites when they tip money. Okay, yeah, we got that.
Sure they do. Sure they do. Sure they do. Just especially for you.
Just bear in mind, you've got young people in the chat. But yes, there is. So there has to be a way of doing it with tens machines. Because this is where the money is pain. This is where the money is. Is that a tech support question? It could be. Could be. This is where the money is in you administering pain to us.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to close this stream down.
Just forget about that. Just forget about it. Let's go old school.
But that's it. I'm really anxious and whoa! Who's gifted 50 subs?
What the?
Who's gifted 50 subs? Who's gifted 50 subs?
What the hell?
Namaste.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
B-A-P-T. Namaste. 50 subs. That works out at £5,000. I don't know what that is, but that's ridiculous.
Can I zap you for that?
No. Because you go first. B-A-P-T. Who are you, mysterious denominator? Who are you? That's
well, Jen.
Can I sing them a song?
I think you should.
They deserve a song.
They can't take them back, can they?
Oh, God, no.
Sing then.
No refunds, by the way, guys. No refunds. I should have stayed at home, 'cause I was always better alone. But when you said hello, I know it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause I was always better alone. Am I falling in love with the one that will break my heart? Yabba dabba doobity bum ba dum bum ba dum. Yabba dabba dabba bum. I should have stayed at home. I was always better alone. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart?
Whose name is BA_PT.
B-A-P-T.
Bapt.
B-A-P-T. 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 Thanking thee. Thanks. Thanks for the bits, Katie.
Oh, that was nice, wasn't it?
So I love that. Dua Lipa's brilliant. I was going to say I love that song. Not I love that Dua Lipa. She's brilliant. That whole album, I've not heard I think she had 1, maybe 2 albums before. But it's a real joy.
There's banger after banger.
I'm just talking about her music. But she's great. I like her a lot. It's Mike the personal trainer, by the way.
Thank you.
It's Mike the personal trainer, by the way.
Woohoo!
It's Mike the personal trainer. Mike the personal trainer. It's Mike the personal trainer.
It's nice to get something out of that guy without having to drop and give him 20.
I'll drop him and give him my all. It's Mike the personal trainer, by the way. It's Mike the personal trainer, by the way.
Okay.
It's Mike the personal trainer, and he is the dad of Megan Trainor. It's Mike the personal trainer anyway.
Yeehaw.
You know it is.
It really is.
I've just seen her face, I can't forget the
Not a mega
time or
mix.
place where we just met. She's just the girl for me. I want the whole world to see we met. La da 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 dum. Had it beat? I've just dropped the beat now. Look. Katherine Boyle.
Yeah.
Boyley, your name is Boyley, and I'm a spoilie
No.
of you.
How'd you ban people manually?
Slash ban,
Okay.
space, their name. Who are you banning?
Slash ban.
Slash ban, wallet, what a picture.
And then what? Then
And
their name.
No, you don't need that slash.
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah.
No, you don't need that slash.
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah.
Then their name.
Okay.
Thank you, BAPT. That's very, very kind. Thank you. Very, very kind. I hope you're not drunk. No refunds. No refunds on this channel. I'll say goodbye.
Oh no! Come on, enough. I thought we were
To
doing a
Shy.
I thought we were doing a Shy Magnet. Are we going to do a spooky?
Let's do a
spooky theme.
But I haven't got any effects or any music or anything.
Oh. Okay. Well, what about if you do the spooky effects on one of your instruments?
Okay, yeah, sure. It's spooky
No.
time, it's spooky time. We're all gonna hear a spooky story
I'm gonna
or
let-
two.
I'm going to throw it to the chat.
She's gonna throw it to the chat, gonna throw it to the chat. It's a spooky time with the chat. Katherine Boyle and the spooky time chat. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Ooh, she died 10 years ago today.
Right. So the choices are, and could you put this up as a poll, please?
I'm gonna put it up as a poll for Katherine Boyle. Yeah! Oh, get off me. By the way, if you've got a spooky story, then call in and tell us, please. And you are speaking to someone who has genuinely seen a UFO.
Yeah.
I've genuinely seen a UFO. That has happened. Right. So a poll.
I just moved again without. I'm going to go back here. Oh, it's happening again.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah, this is because the floor's on a slope. What would you like to hear from Spooky Katherine?
All right, here we go. Right, here's what we've got on the. Let's go to July and August.
Just okay. I don't want the months.
All right, we can either have Groped by a Ghost.
Groped by a ghost, and that is not on. Even back in the day. Okay, we go. Oh yeah, Spooky Me Too. But actually, it wasn't appropriate back then either.
No, out of order. Groped by a Ghost. There's a unicorn.
I bet it's the ghost of a famous dead groper.
Poss. Unicorn in my garden.
There is a unicorn. Can I play you? All right. Can I play you a song from YouTube in a minute? Do this.
Or a mysterious voice made me a singing sensation. Mysterious voice.
Mysterious.
Whoa.
Right, we're going to give 5 minutes on that because that.
And then we'll have a little think about it, and then
Content doesn't meet guidelines, so we're going to put. Okay, so I bet it's the groped. So we're
Yeah.
going to go.
touched up.
No, I'm going to go. You know it's groped, right?
Goosed.
There we go. So we got that.
We're in.
While that song, can I play a song that I heard? Right. I was 7, so I heard it 40 years ago. Right. On I think it was when we just got a video recorder. Before I was 7 or 8. Right. We just got a video recorder.
Yep.
And my mum or dad taped the Clive James show.
Right.
And there was a song on there, right? And at this age of 8, it was the funniest thing I've ever
Did
heard
it
in my
start
life.
with "Hello, James"?
No.
Oh.
And it was on. I watched it on the Sunday morning, and then got the minibus. It wasn't a minibus. They actually hired a bus. But then got the bus to Sunday school. It might have been the minibus, actually. Maybe it was Wednesday Club. I don't know. Got the bus, and me and my friend Orlando Kelly
Great name.
were talking about this. I hadn't heard that song for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up on YouTube about 6 months ago. I remembered it exactly.
Straight away, right.
Turns out it's a big hit in Germany.
Oh.
So can I play it for you while we're waiting for the poll to take place? And Goose by a Ghost is really taking the lead.
I mean, of course it is.
What I need you to do, Katherine, is to look away while I type in the search. Otherwise, it kind of gives away. Okay, so we're going to play. Actually, we just. Okay, right. So.
Can I look again?
This is a song
Can I?
that I heard. Yeah, but don't look at the screen. Look at that screen. You can look. And I remember this word for word. I'm going to play it now, all right? And I apologize in advance.
Der er desværre ikke mere af den, fordi vi har prøvet at blive berømt i udlandet. Det skal danskere jo på et eller andet tidspunkt. Og vi har også forsøgt. Vi har været i Sverige og i Tyskland.
Hang on, stop. Don't look, because this is a live version. Stop. Go away. Go away. Oh, it's Danish. It's Danish. It's not German. I apologise. There we go. Hang on. Don't look. Don't look. All right, but I think they're all live, so we're going to go with this. Here we go.
Yeah.
Mine damer og herrer, det er på tide, at Showbiz siger tak for i dag. Det har som sædvanligt været en meget stor fornøjelse at være. Og vi vil gerne slutte med et nummer, der hedder There is a dog shit in my garden. Det handler om en hundlort i en have, og det går nogenlunde sådan her.
Imagine 7-year-old me singing this.
There is a dog shit in my garden. When
I cut the grass, the dog shit is no longer in my garden.
Okay.
It is sitting
on my foot, so smells like a doggy's ass.
And
That is not the smell of Elizabeth Arden. You can have winning cookies and a strawberry, but there's nothing as bad as a doggy shit.
I've never heard that song. I've never heard that song in my life. Why have I heard that?
I heard that at the age of 7. And I just popped into my head about 6 months ago. And and I knew it perfectly. Particularly that line about you can have women cookies and a strawberry, but there is nothing as bad as a doggy's. And I remembered it perfectly, and it's just the best.
Flipping heck.
It's that some song, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if the Clive James clip is there. Pete and the tapes. If you've got, there we go. No, this one. The
questions raised.
I used to love this.
It's when the world was a lot bigger and we didn't really know. I wonder if it is on here, because I'd love to see the clip again. I remember that the name came up in like a sort of circle. I don't think it is. No, these are. No. Okay. All right.
Wow, well, that's a thing.
So there's a song, guys. You just type that into YouTube, and that'll pop up, and you'll have a lot of fun with that. Okay, Miss Goosed by Ghost.
It's streaking ahead, 62%. Unicorn in My Garden, 21%. Mysterious Voice, 17%.
You can have women, cookies, and a strawberry.
I don't get
Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum.
I don't get what that means.
I don't know what it means either. I don't know what it means.
What's on the tape says, what are you looking for, sorry? We're looking for Clive James, listening to that song by, is it what, Showbiz?
It's some Danish group. I don't know.
Oh, quite itchy nose.
Means you're going to get a surprise.
Woo!
Amy Transgender's evening has been ruined. You are welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
Our job here is done.
Groped by a ghost. It's going to be groped by a ghost, isn't it?
But
except, if you know Chat is Fate, it won't be anything to do with that. It'll be something else.
While we're waiting for the vote to be finalised, let's say a big hello to our sponsors, SommersWasteSolutions.com. By the way, if you get into contact with any of these sponsors, mention TLN8. Mention that you heard them on TLNA. They, who knows, they might even... I'm not saying they will! No one has
I don't even know what that is, but I would say they probably won't.
If you mention it to Sommer's Waste, there is a chance you might win a Bob the Cat t-shirt. Bob the Cat t-shirt. they're going to put everyone that approaches them and mention, by the way, I heard about you from TLNA. They'll put you in a draw and you can win an exclusive Bob the Cat T-shirt. It really is as simple as that. You know, all of your waste needs are covered. If you're like a big company, if you are a tiny company, if you're a medium company, for crying out loud, get in touch with them and they might be able to help you. Large companies, as we know, spend fortunes on waste and they need to be green and seem to be doing the right thing. An SWS can help with a complete site analysis and benchmark to ensure best value. That is done free of charge. Yep. They will do a complete site analysis free of charge. Get it for free. And the savings can be huge. It's all about saving money and saving the planet. And also, you know, the big 20-foot containers, like the full of crap, that can cost over £1,000 to be emptied. And someone can kind of save you cash everywhere. So even if you just want to have a chat and you decide, maybe we won't go with those guys, even if you just want to have a chat, I would thoroughly recommend you speak to the Sommers team, James and Mark, for they are the brothers Sommers.
Yes. And
they will be able to help you. Harsh! We do difficult maths and stuff. Been sent so many... Here's the thing, been sent so many logos for HF Singh & Co. Limited, chartered accountants. But they're all really good. I thought we'd just get loads of crap like hand-drawn. Yeah. They're all really good. We've had another load, and I'll load them up later on. He's an accountant. What can I tell you? What do you want to know about accountants? He'll do your tax.
He's a nice fella.
He's a good lad.
And he will not break the law.
Experience in the audit of small, medium and large companies, also undertakes group consolidations and prepares accounts for small businesses and partnerships. Getting an accountant is a big old deal, right? And I've been ripped off by an accountant. I wouldn't recommend an accountant to you if I thought there was anything dodgy. Harsh is one of the good guys. I've had the great pleasure of meeting him a few times. There was a brief period in my life when I went to a gym. He was in the same gym as me.
I remember.
He was in the gym. It was Harsh in the gym. But, you know, I wouldn't recommend him if I thought he was a dodge pot. We wouldn't. It's just not our thing. So follow him on Twitter, HF Singh Co, or send him an email, harsh@hfsingandco.uk. harsh@hfsingandco.uk. Poseidon Safety Management. There's Use the Dog. We can't show... Well, is it?
He's undercover at the moment.
He's undercover, so we can't reveal his true identity. But Poseidon Safety Management, manned guarding, guard dogs, mobile patrols, based in Devon and Cornwall. Their whole idea is just, you know, giving back and making the place a little bit safer and a little bit tidier and a little bit cleaner and a little bit friendly. They are on Twitter as Poseidon Safe. They are on Facebook as Poseidon Safety. It's a real human touch. If you're in the area, you can phone them up. You can have a little chat. If you're not in the area, you can phone them up and have a little chat.
They've also got this thing called Radar Vision.
Radar Vision.
It's like a way of monitoring your property, but you don't need any internet or power. So it could be, you know, middle of a field or whatever. You know, Devon and Cornwall have got specific kind of rural needs.
Lot of fields.
So they're pretty good as well. But as you were saying, they're nice fellas and ladies and dogs. And they'll look after your stuff for you. Well
worth having a chat. Thank you. If you want to be a sponsor of the show and get adverts done, some are very silly, some are very straight, latenightalternative@gmail.com. What you get is you get 3 mentions a show. These shows stay up on Twitch for 30 days. After 48 hours, they get uploaded to YouTube, where they stay for ever. You'll also get a mention in the daily best of podcast for the time that you are sponsoring us, and I'll do 1 or 2 tweets a week from my Twitter account that's got 104,000 followers, and I'm more than happy to do that. It is cheaper than you think. It is hundreds. It's in the lower hundreds, not thousands. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number.
Something very spooky about this Goosed by a Ghost story.
Yeah, go on. Hang on a second.
Doesn't exist. I see it here.
Let me have a
It's not in there.
You talk to this caller while I look for Groped by a Ghost with a Grudge.
Look, you go on cover stories.
Good evening, Iain and
Hello.
Katherine.
Hello.
Let me find this. You talk. I'm going to find this.
I just thought I'd give you a call and kick off the night with a bit of a spooky story for you.
Give it.
Right, it's a little bit 2 parts, and it's from a few years ago. I I had recently moved to Southampton, and I was playing around with some friends of mine in their house, and we were a little bit into ghosts and stuff along like that anyway. We were having a bit of a chat, and we all thought there's something a bit strange going on. And we all started feeling the air getting a little bit heavy. And all of a sudden, my friend started screaming at me. And I'm staring, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? She said, all of a sudden, she said, there was this weird moment, she said, where your face completely changed. And you looked like somebody completely different, and a voice came out of your mouth that's saying, this isn't the last you've seen of me.
Oh, my!
Right? But, right, the night goes on a bit, and everything goes back to normal, all right? However, I was living in a house share at the time, and I go home, and it's come up towards midnight, and I'm falling asleep. And just to set the scene, my bed's kind of in a little alcove, and next to me is a little desk area, and I got my alarm clock and everything on it, so I can see the time and everything. Yeah. I fall asleep, and I end up having a sleep paralysis episode, if you've ever had one.
I have.
No, because I don't believe it exists.
They exist. I've had them.
By the way, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, okay.
I've just found the story quite quickly that Katherine, the trained journalist, couldn't find in a magazine. Apologies. Carry on.
No worries. That's fine. So anyway, I've never had one in my life before. All right. And I wake up and I can't move. And there's this black figure.
All right, mate. Listen. This is not a racist. This is not talk radio. We're not with a black figure. Sorry, carry on.
Black mist-shaped figure with glowing red eyes. All right, and I am petrified. I am bricking it, and I can't move. I can't do anything. Now I know that paralysis episodes can cause hallucinations, but in the moment, I'm not thinking that. I'm just thinking, "Oh my God, I'm going to die." So anyway, eventually I managed to actually go away. Right?
Can you recreate it? Can you recreate it for us, the croak?
Go away!
Thank you.
That was a croak.
Yeah, so literally, when your neck distends out slightly and you could just feel the muscles getting right up. It was like that. So anyway, it stops and I fall back asleep. Now remember, I could see my clock. I wake up literally 10 minutes later.
I said clock.
All right? Mm-hmm. Now the weird thing is, I was covered with my duvet at the time. I can remember it because my eyes are open, I can see it, but I can't move. When I wake back up, my duvet's on the other side of the room. Yeah, exactly. What the F? And I've had a few other weird experiences, but that by far is the scariest experience I've ever had.
So let's go back a bit. What did you say to you? Was it your partner? You said something?
No, it was two of my friends. Just
on.
to give a bit of a backstory, my girlfriend is going to go nuts at this because she's been bugging me to call for ages because she's got me into the show.
Oh, well, thank you. What's your name, by the way?
Oh, my name's Dale. I'm Darkness Dreams in your chat.
Darkness Dreams. We're going to call you Darkness. We'll keep calling you Darkness Dreams. I like that.
I used to be a streamer. I'm trying to get back into it, but I haven't for a while. So, but yeah. So going back, what happened was I hadn't long moved down yet. I'd had a bit of a rough time. I moved from Wales, as you can probably tell. Mm-hmm. Massive breakup there. Moved down here. Had a couple of fling eps. She's just poking her head around the door, poking her tongue out. Right. So a couple of.
Hurry up! Sounds like you've got something good planned.
Oh, if only. Right. So I'd had been seeing this girl for a couple of weeks anyway down here, and we'd split up, and she was a bit spiritual, and I dabble in that area as well. Yeah. And it always felt like there was a bit of a black miasma around her a little bit. They used to pick up a bit. Hang
on a second. Can I just, do you mind, Darkness? Do you mind if I have a quick production meeting with Katherine? Is that okay?
You carry on, mate.
You probably won't hear us. You're probably going to mute the mics.
Absolutely fine.
I don't know what a miasma is.
Well, like a sort of a swirling vortex.
Like swirling vortex?
Yeah, kind of
Why
that
didn't
kind
you say
of vibe.
swirling vortex then?
Because miasma is a lovely word.
I don't know what it means. I do want to know what it means now.
Well, I think it means that anyway. Just nod and smile.
Let's go back. Sorry about that, Darkness. We just had to mute the mics for a second. We're back now. So there was a miasma, swirling vortex around. Yeah, okay.
But that swampy feeling, when you're around somebody that feels quite negative a lot.
Yes, I do. I do know that feeling. Yeah. I do. It can be really draining, can't it, on your creativity?
Ever so much. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second.
Yeah?
I'm the negative one.
I've got mental health issues. I'm actually quite positive considering my mental health issues. I've been suicidal in the past, so actually...
Have you?
Yeah. Oh. So, actually, the fact I'm still alive shows I'm the more positive of the two. I beat mental health. I'm a survivor. I'm not a fighter. I am a lover. I'm not a quitter. Carry on, Darkness.
That's okay, mate. You carry on. I don't mind. But this is fun. I was actually really nervous calling it. It's actually quite enjoyable.
And then you realise just a couple of idiots.
It's just two idiots.
You know what? I've been meaning to say. You know what? I was going to email this in, but I'll just say very quickly. The one thing that's wonderful about the two of you, the way you've started, is you haven't had the same opportunity as other streamers, where you start off small and build and build and build. You've just been thrown in the deep end, and in all fairness, you're swimming.
Into the miasma.
Yeah, into the miasma.
Go on, I'm sorry. Catherine's being rude, and I will mute her. So tell us the rest of your story, please, Dee Dee.
Yeah, no. So anyway, it was a bit of a. The thing I felt was like my friends and that were a bit more into the spiritual than I was at the time. And they always said they felt like there's something around her a bit wrong. So the night that this happened was the night we'd split up, and we'd gone back to their house and we'd sat there. And this is when we felt this weird, dark, like almost presence come in, and that's when she said, all of a sudden we were just chatting and we acknowledged it, and all of a sudden she said my face just changed into someone else's, and a voice came out my mouth saying, "This isn't the last of me you've seen," or words to that effect. Yeah. Wow. But she literally screamed at me.
Can I ask, is there a chance that maybe you're nuts?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not this
honest answer. Honest answer.
In all fairness, let's face it. A lot of these things people say and see can be explained with like temporarily insanity, hallucinations, anything along those lines. If you're in a state of heightened emotion, of course, there's a chance that your brain's going to play tricks on you.
Yeah.
The only reason I thought it might be interesting to tell the story is because it wasn't just me who witnessed it. Oh. And that's the only reason I think maybe there was something in it, because my friends were involved and they were quite level-headed. So
yeah.
But there's always a chance that they were just making it up, or
Yep.
Do you know what?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you know what though, Darkness Dreams? I don't care. It's a belting story.
Darkness, nice to talk to you. Thank you for being such a good sport. And let us know when you're streaming, and we'll come and raid you one night. If you fancy, I'm happy to do that.
If you see me on, by all means do so. I'll be happy to take the guys from chat.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. There we go. A nice guy. Mike's123 said, "This Welsh ghost bloke is annoying."
You're quite annoying, Mike. It's the second time you've come up on my radar. One more and you're out. How's that?
You see, here's the thing. He wasn't, actually. He was really interesting. I thought he was a really good sport because we're taking the pee a little bit, and he's going along with us, and that's very kind. It's one of my things, right, is I really hate people that publicly slag off callers to phone-in shows. Let's take this call, and then we'll talk about it. Hello, caller.
Hello, it's Will, the singer-songwriter. Will.
Hey, Will! How you doing, my friend? Yeah, good.
Yeah, all good. Just, navigating through the new world. Loving the new show. Very cool. Very nice.
Thank you.
I've got a spooky story for you.
Go on.
So a friend of mine who was a teacher, actually, on my school, his parents were in Cornwall driving down. There was a show at the Minack Theatre, a play. And they were driving down one afternoon, and they stopped off at like a sort of, national heritage kind of protected site.
Yeah.
It was it's called like the Hanging Trees or something.
Oh.
And they parked up the car and like kind of went for a little walk just on the way down. It was all nice in the afternoon. And these are like the most, I heard it from them, and they are the most, like, old couple, like very trustworthy, kind of. Anyway, so they walk and have a little look around, and they both sort of felt a bit spooked out, and there was like clothes hanging from these trees. And
swingers, doggers.
Maybe.
Doggers?
And
It'd be more like birders, wouldn't it? Why were they in the trees?
Okay, well, that's a good point.
Have you
ever done it in a tree?
In a tree?
Yeah, like up on high.
Nah, I'm not a climber.
I bet that's a thing.
I bet it is.
I bet that's a thing. If you've ever done it up a tree, give us a
Some
call.
people like the mild peril of it all.
Well,
1, falling. 2, splinters.
You are an exhibitionist yourself, as we've established in the previous life. In
No,
this life,
not anymore.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, Will. Yes. So yeah.
Anyway, so they walk around for a bit in this kind of thing, and then they kind of just feel like it's a bit horrible. Let's go back to the car. And as they're walking back to the car, there's these on the floor, and this is like a kind of middle of nowhere kind of countryside thing. On the floor are these ragged clothes that they hadn't noticed, kind of going back. And on the path, all over the floor, are these kind of old Victorian sort of ragged clothing. And when they get back to the sty to kind of climb over to go back to the car, someone has wrapped it in like thorn bushes.
Like what Jesus had around his head.
Exactly that. Yeah. And then they get back into the car, and then as they're driving away, they notice the way they said it was like it looked like a child, but no one else around, just in the road, and it was kind of darkening by this point, and they just kind of drove off, and there was just this kind of lone child in the road as they drove off. That's my story.
It's more, I mean, it sounds like to me more a story of broken Britain and vandalism and hoodies.
Yeah.
But it's flipping scary. Stuff like that is scary. Scary.
Almost more scary than the
What were they doing?
The scary stuff.
What were they doing in the woods again?
They just went to look at this kind of national heritage site. It's in the middle of nowhere, and I think there's quite a lot of witchcraft. What they thought it was there was some kind of ceremony going on that they kind of walked into by accident and were kind of like set upon by these strange witches.
Will, thank you. How's you got any gigs lined up? Is what's happening in that world?
No, like I keep getting offered the odd show, and then it sort of disappears. I think people kind of think they can maybe do something, and then it kind of doesn't. But maybe there's another one's kind of potentially happening in December. But it's difficult. I don't know when it's all going to.
There's some open air stuff happening, isn't there? There's a few. In fact, I hesitate to use the word festival, but I've seen some open air shows. I know that Narina Palo, who I'm a big fan of, has got a tour later in the year. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I've seen it. A friend of mine's has got something booked in where he's going to do 3 shows at each venue per night.
Okay. So you have the same number as if you'd done one show.
Exactly. Yeah, but then, even then, doing that every night for a couple of weeks will be crazy. But I don't know. The thing is, they might change. Having it booked in, and then it might all change, kind of like the advice or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. But
I have bought a ticket. I have bought a ticket to go to the cinema tomorrow because I read a review of my local cinema from someone who'd been and how they'd actually been quite relieved at how safe it was, and that at the end of the film you're asked to leave one row at a time. And I'm going to a 1:00 show of Tenet, so I'm pretty sure it will be fairly empty. 1:00 on a Friday ain't going to be that busy. But so I'm going to go. And if I don't like the vibe, I'm getting straight out. I've got no problem about that. But I think it will be all right. Well, we have to go because we've got a guest coming up. But thank you so much, mate. Nice to talk to you. Thank you. We should get Will on to do a song at some point. Will, sorry, I should have said that while you were there. We should get you on Zoom to do a song or two. Yeah. One night. Yeah. That'd be doable. Will, maybe one night next week if you want, come on and do a song or two. But not 3. We'll talk about loosening our grip on the lockdown in a little bit. Iain Lee Fan 1, and just to say that Iain Lee Fan 1 is not the first Iain Lee Fan, that's Iain Lee Fan. Right. Said, I can't see it now, but I've done it in a tree, but not up a tree. I just need you to move this because this screen here is integral to my... No, I just need to see this screen. You can keep it open. No, I can show you where it works. There works for me. But now look, it makes me look like a ghost. Oh, well, that's your issue. Exactly. My issue is I need to see the screen. One of my many issues. And also, you can't put that magazine on there because then it covers the screen. I need to see it. Oh, God, I could do what I You can't though.
You're not the boss of me.
No, but I'm the boss of that screen.
For now.
And it's my screen in my house, and you're blocking the screen.
I don't need it there at the moment. You could have just said, would you mind moving that for the moment? And I would have moved. Again, I will.
Okay. So we should have, if I can find out where I've positioned Zoom, and luckily I can see the screens now, so I can do that. So this should work, and we should have Josh.
Yeah.
yeah, we should do. But I might have sent the wrong link.
Yeah.
Which is distinctly possible. Let's have a look. Hang on. Josh Barry has joined. Here we go. Start meeting.
Start that meeting now.
We're going to start that meeting.
Am I allowed to look at your screen?
Yes, of course. The screen is for both of us.
Oh, is it?
Are you? We got that. We got that. Now we're waiting for Josh. Where is Josh? Where is Josh? We want Josh. Osh, kosh, bagosh. We're going to wait for... There he comes.
Here he is.
So we got Josh. Now, hang on a second. Let me just... I'm coming, Josh. I'm coming. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hang on, you can see two of us. Hello, Josh.
Hey.
Hello, James.
There you are.
What do you mean there we are? What do you mean? We came to the room and you weren't there.
Whoa.
Whoa!
10 minutes.
Don't, because I'm now going to click on the email that says that Josh is waiting. 9:56, so 10 minutes is a lie. That's one. Okay. 2, we'd arranged 10 o'clock.
We've been here for hours, actually.
I believe that guy.
I am getting quite a lot of tension. We can't see Josh there. Let's do it this way. I'm getting quite a lot of tension between Josh and James, and I think this relationship is on the brink of breaking down. What's interesting, it's nice to see you guys again.
Hey.
This is Katherine.
Hi, nice
Josh,
to meet you.
This is James.
Hiya.
What's interesting, I did Josh's podcast a while ago now, and Josh was completely bald.
What?
During that. And now, I mean, he's letting it grow again.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
He'll never go that short again.
Oh, was it a mistake?
Was it a step too far?
Looked ill.
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly who you look like, and this was bugging me. The last time we met, I was, you know, when you meet someone and you go away and you just think they look like someone. I've worked out who Josh looks like. Alexander Armstrong from Pointless.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, but he's got some hair.
How are you both doing? How is when was it we spoke? Was it about 6 weeks ago? No, maybe even longer.
Wasn't it?
Time has become.
Yeah, it was ahead of the launch of this. I think it was 2 nights before you started doing the test.
All right.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that was. I think that's about July the 20th. Mm-hmm. So yeah, about 6 weeks. It's nice to see you both. Thank you so much for staying up late. I know this is stupid time, but what the hell? We have to stay up. Why the hell can't you? How's the last sort of 6 weeks or so of lockdown been? Let's start with you first, Josh. How's it been? Are you going? Have you settled into it now? Are you going nuts with it? What's it like?
Josh, he's done with it now. It was all right at the beginning. He didn't mind staying in, but now just you get to the point where you just miss seeing people. Obviously, where we live on the Isle of Wight as well, it's people getting over here. It's not just the normal not being able to see people. See, a lot of Josh's friends live on the mainland, so they haven't been able to get. It's only the last 4 or 5 weeks that the ferries have been running properly again. So
Right.
How about you, James? How are you finding it?
yeah, fine. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Whatever. Bring it on.
It's what it is. No, yeah, it's been good. I mean, it hasn't really changed a lot for
Right.
guys, really, because we've still been working our, normal shifts and stuff, and it's where Josh has 24/7 care that it still has to be fulfilled. So for us, it's for the days when we're at work, it's much the same, really, and then when we're not at work, same as everyone else.
Yeah, we've both kind of, me and Catherine have sort of reached our first limit. I say limit because we still have to. It'll carry on, whatever. But I'm tired of it, man. I'm so tired of it.
I think we've kind of acknowledged that we're feeling a bit frazzled with it now, and actually, I worry now that I'm passing it on to my kids. My kids went out for the day with their granddad, and my youngest was talking to me about it last night, and she was saying, I'm a bit worried that there's going to be too many people there. And do you know what? I'm concerned that I've passed that on to her. Do you know what I mean? So I had to say to her, look, we're not going to put you anywhere risky. If there's too many people, you won't go in. It's all cool. And maybe I need to chill out a little bit as well around her.
We're starting to let go a bit. What a great time, Josh, to release your new book when you can't do any book tours. No. Can't do any of the shows. I had an author on another podcast today saying their book came out just as lockdown started and they couldn't go out and sell it. And that is, I guess, is integral. Tell us about the book.
Josh said for the last 4 years we've sort of been developing a podcast and a website and stuff, which is a bit ironic seeing as Josh can't talk very well. So for the last 4 years we've been doing that. And just finished writing a book about those interviews, some of the best ones, some of the most prominent figures that we've interviewed, and how they sort of affected British entertainment and how they fitted into the landscape and the psyche, I suppose.
If you see me just looking away, it's just because I'm looking at the chat and I'm just posting the link now to the book on Amazon. If people want to go and have a little look-see at it, they can do. So the book is called Beyond. Now this is beyond the title, The Yearbook.
Yeah, that's it.
And now I'm assuming that my interview was too late to be in this book.
That's right. Yeah, it was genuinely, not just genuinely.
Well, it's been great talking to you, Josh. Thanks a lot. But look who he's got as the quote on the Amazon review.
Oh,
Stanley Johnson. My word. When you interviewed Stanley, could he hear you? Because I worked with Stanley in the jungle, and he would just he'd be given a rule, right? In this game, you can't say the word red, and he'd spend 10 minutes then going, okay, well, so can I say the word yellow? But I can't, just to clarify, I can or I can't say. So it's red is the word I can't say. Any of the other. And it's just, Stanley, you can't say red. That's it. That's the rule. Yeah. What was he like to interview?
Yeah, he spent the first 10 minutes of the interview on Instagram trying to post a picture. But I'm assuming he normally gets people to help him with that sort of thing. So he was desperate to take a selfie and post it to his Instagram.
Yeah.
And so he spent the first 10 minutes trying to work that out.
He-
And then through the whole interview, Josh thought his phone was ringing in the back pocket of his wheelchair. But it was because he posted this picture on Instagram and tagged Josh in it straight away. He hadn't been out the jungle long. That was probably
right. Okay.
only
Yeah.
a couple of months after.
Yeah.
A few months after. So he was still sort of getting a lot of hits on social media.
I had to. I lost Stanley's contact details. I don't know if I still got them, but he posted something on Instagram and put my private email address on there, and so I had to go to Kez, who I was in the jungle with, and say, Kez, could you ask Stanley to take my email address off of his Instagram? He's a silly sod, and you can see why this country's screwed if his son is running it. But you did. So, Josh, you did a documentary about like old school showbiz.
Yeah.
So, are these some of the same interviewees from the film?
Yeah. But when
We didn't reuse any of the interviews that we did from the documentary, but it was from doing the documentary that realised that was something that we enjoyed doing, and it was kind of off the back of that when that project finished, we sort of said, well, the most enjoyable part was doing the research and the interviews. So
yeah,
that was why we started the website really after that.
So the film, remind me what the premise of the film was, and have I remembered this right? No one else would make it. People would go, oh yeah, sounds like a great idea. We can't do it.
Oh.
So you just went off and did it kind of off your own bat.
When Josh did his masters, he wrote a film about Bill Cotton, who was the head of light entertainment at the BBC, so the man behind all of the big stars that everyone sort of knew. And then when he was doing the research and everything for that and writing it, the agents and all the people in the background became a bit more prominent, and it was like that point really that Josh realised that story had never been told, because obviously you got a group of people there that were largely responsible for all of the superstars, and obviously
Just letting in a cat. Carry on. Sorry,
Oh,
James.
go
I
on.
can hear a cat scratching at the door. Come on, darling. You coming in?
And,
I'm busy. Thank you.
So yeah, that was kind of the start of that, I suppose. And then it was more about really just trying to tell a story that hadn't been told, that probably should be told, because TV was in its sort of conceptual stages in those days, and you had a lot of people post-war that moved into entertainment because it was something they had a passion for, and then obviously TV ended up growing into a massive thing, but there was no guarantee of that at that point. It was still sort of early days. So that was kind of the Josh's passion for it, I suppose, and
I'm so sorry. I've got another cat that wants to come.
Unbelievable.
I'm not doing
It's
this.
got 4 cats.
George,
It's going to
come
be.
in. Please, I'm busy. I'm talking to Josh. Please, mate. Thank you. So sorry. I'm so sorry. They thought they were coming on a professional show, not some cat sitting.
And now there'll be a fight. You
so
watch.
tell us who. Right. Okay. Who have you got in the book? And I know there's loads because it's 280 pages long. You don't have to list them all, by the way. It could be in some time.
It goes from like one end of the spectrum, like showbiz legends like Jimmy Tarbuck and Barry Cryer and people like that.
Wow.
All the way through to like people like Jeremy Kyle and Shirley Ballas, and like people on like reality shows. And
Yeah. Did we get Tarby in the end? He was a little bit.
No, I thought it was all right.
I can't remember.
It was nice. What tends to happen when we get people on from that kind of generation is they expect us to take the mickey out of them because they've gone through that thing where, the alternative comedians came in and all of a sudden they were a bit of an old-fashioned...
It's also partly, my background as the 11 o'clock show. They expect me to get them on and then take the piss.
But we never get people on who we don't rate. So I think Tarby, once he realised we weren't going to go for him, he was great.
And we had this thing. Was it 2016 when everyone was dying? Everyone that you'd ever bought a record or a ticket to see, they all died. And we had this, and it's that horrible thing. The day after someone dies, everyone goes, "Well, David Bowie died," and not the greatest example, but he's died, and we all love him, and here's loads of tributes. And me and Katherine thought we should be saying this like before they died to them, So we made a big thing of getting older acts that meant something to us, and we had Bernie Clifton, we had Eddie Large, who I became very friendly with. We had Tarby. We had all of these people that Josh, I think you're a bit younger than me, but that we would have grown up. Saturday night TV. It was these people were huge, and they sort of. You kind of forget about them until they die, and you go, "Oh my God, Jimmy Tarbuck's still alive, but Jimmy Tarbuck was great." It was. Is there an element of that when you meet these people, Josh, particularly the older ones, of kind of letting them know how important they've been?
Funny enough, Josh actually asked Jimmy how he felt about those 80s comedians sort of taking the mickey out of him.
Yeah.
And he said that when he didn't really mind too much because when he met them, they were completely different. It was part of an act that was popular, but not necessarily a reflection of how they felt about that generation. And yeah, I reckon from our point of view, you get that vibe from quite a lot of those guys, probably with the exception of Barry Cryer, because he has made a huge effort to still stay part of whatever the next generation of comedy's doing. He's even now, when we interviewed him for the website, that was an interview which was pretty relaxed. It was at his house, and he was, and he sort of, that's kind of what he likes to still do. He doesn't want to not be involved in stuff because, in his words, as soon as he's not involved, no one wants to know. So it's a double-edged sword, really.
Can you? Sometimes, Josh, I find myself interviewing someone and sat opposite them, and just thinking, how did I end up here? You know, I grew up on a council estate in Slough, and I'm sat opposite Ray Davies from the Kinks. You know, or I'm sat next to Ringo Starr, chatting to Ringo Starr. Do you sometimes get that? How am I ended up Barry Cry's house? You know, that sounds like the coolest. It just sounds so cool, doesn't it?
It was a pretty cool day. Josh said he gets it all the time, but particularly when he interviewed Jimmy Tarbuck for the website, separate because before he emailed him for the documentary, and then we went back and emailed him just for the website, just about generally his career and everything.
Yeah.
And he invited us to the golf club. I say the golf club, as in the golf club where they all play. And he hires it out for these sort of media days where everyone goes along and stands in an orderly queue. And he'd had a particularly rough day on the course, so everyone was just waiting for him forever. And he was still playing. And he came marching in, and all the other like proper interviewers, like the BBC and stuff, they were getting funny about the time because they were a bit like, well, we've got to go soon. And he was just like, no, I've got an interview with Josh first, and like dragged the crowd and did that first. But yeah, stuff like that's pretty mad when we do things. And
that's what I want my Tarbies to be like, and my Bruceys, and all. I want them to be, you know, late because they're having a crap round of golf. The website I've got this right. I've just put it in the chat. Is beyondthetitle.co.uk.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
And the podcast is Beyond the Title as well.
Yes, that's right. The podcast is on Spotify, I think iTunes. Most of them get uploaded to YouTube.
Right. It's a good listen, dear listener. Yes, I'm on one, but I'm at the lower end of the list. You've heard some of the names that he's mentioned. It's where he gets some incredible people on there, and the book is. I'm going to get the title of the book right as well because it's Beyond the Title, the yearbook.
Yeah.
Is that tough? I mean, look, the cover looks great. Is that tough to put together? Is that a tough old gig?
Oh,
Well, he wrote it with his nose, so it's pretty difficult to do.
Oh, you told me this. So you're doing all the typing with the nose?
Josh uses his iPad and sort of sits on the table, and he just sort of taps away with his nose.
No, mate, no.
I mean, it took a little while to perfect. When I first started working with Josh, like 10 years ago, he didn't use the iPad. So the iPad's a relatively new thing.
Don't tell me you had an old-fashioned typewriter.
Yeah. Well, actually, we used to use a quill.
Up his nose.
No, we had technology. Like I know it's the Isle of Wight, but it's not like third world.
Oh, okay.
We've got like electricity and things like that. He sort of learned. When did you get the iPad? Learned the iPad. Must have been about 2012, 2013. Something like that. And then we got an iPad, gave it a go, and then we just.
All right. So how long does it take? How long does it take to type a book with your nose then?
Josh sort of writes it in sections, and then in terms of like reading it back and stuff, and when we edit it, we normally do that together. The thing with the iPad is it's great for just the creative part of it.
Yeah.
Because Josh can just sort of get things down out of his head quicker than what he would be able to say it and then have a carer type it, especially if we get a new carer who's not so good at understanding Josh. We've had that before, and it's such a long process. So probably writing it with your nose, I reckon you'd do a page an hour, just under. Probably a page every 45 minutes.
Do you ever think, I just can't be bothered? It sounds like hard work doing a book with your nose, and I know that you've had, great ideas that have perhaps not gone as far as they should or haven't been made because of, how you are physically. Do you ever just think, oh, fuck this, what's the point? Or are you constantly driven?
That's hard for you to answer. Ask me. Well, yeah, but to be honest, I think we said to you when we did the interview with you, the main reason why we started the website was off the back of when we made the documentary and it didn't go where we wanted it to. False promises, people at the BBC are looking at it and you never really get anything back. And the reason why we started the website was to take the power, for want of a better word, to take the power out of the hands of those people and just be able to create a forum where Josh can basically do whatever he wants. So, there are times when you've written blogs and you go through a stage of writing blogs, or if there's things that particularly, I think if for you as a writer, from my point of view, sort of looking in, Josh will have an idea and want to be able to write something because it's what he enjoys, but there's not always a guarantee at the end of it. So the website and everything creates somewhere where it still gets to see the light of day and people still get to see stuff, even when, like we said before, obviously the situation that Josh is in is an obvious hurdle in making it in the entertainment industry or in the media. So, I mean, you've got to kind of work with what you got, I suppose. And luckily, though, it works both ways because of the situation. We've also had a lot of people that have taken an interest in what Josh can do, and then obviously that helps massively when you get people who are interested in what you do. Like, for example, the interview with Jeremy Kyle, when we did that interview, he was still on every day on TV. It wasn't before it got taken down and all that stuff. And he doesn't do interviews.
No.
Like, we were the first interview that he'd done in over 3 years. And it was just the fact that his PA had sort of said to him, oh, there's this guy, Josh, showed him the website, showed him Facebook and everything. And he sort of said, actually, yeah, do you know what? Let's do it. That's a bit of me.
So it has its drawbacks, but it opens a few doors.
Yeah, of course it does, yeah.
As well.
And I think we've sort of talked about it before, and Josh spoke about it in his autobiography and in this book as well. It would be naive to think that sometimes that sort of aspect of sympathy a little bit doesn't open up doors for getting interviews that otherwise maybe people wouldn't get, I think. That's why for Josh, he's always been really conscious for his podcast to be judged on its own merit and not Make-A-Wish Foundation situation where people are just doing it because he's disabled.
Yeah,
exactly.
And actually, that's quite an interesting thing to be able to see when we meet people, and then they start to hear the questions, and then they start to communicate.
Oh, this guy's actually good and knows his stuff.
And then they start to actually credit where credit's due instead of credit for credit's sake, and that's also a bit of a motive, I think, behind doing it. Is it's good for. All
right, listen, we're going to let you go because it's very late, but we have one final question. Katherine, is a spooky show. I think we need to ask if Josh and James, if either of you have ever seen a ghost.
Well, I tell you,
This first bit's hilarious in itself. It's real bad at all, but when I was a scout.
James looks really reluctant to pass
I can't say that.
James, what of that can you share with us?
Year, and there was some weird tale about a white lady. A white lady that used to do what? Put your campfire out.
Love it.
She'd walk around the campsite every night. And one night Josh saw a shadow. Which, I mean, the only logical explanation for that is that it was the
I don't know how you ever got over that one, Josh.
That was, I'm going to be honest, that was the longest, and I'm going to say it, shittest ghost story that I think we've had so far. Josh Barry, Beyond the Title, .co.uk is the website, it's the podcast, it's also the book. I'll put the link in the chat again. James, so nice to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. And thank you for staying up late. I know it's late. You guys are welcome anytime you want. And Josh, I apologise because I got the dates confused. So last week I tweeted, I've got Josh Barry on. Sends me an email. What? I thought it was next week. What are you doing?
You should have heard him stomping around the house. I think I was making dinner or something, and I just heard doom, 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 doom. Right. Get ready. I'm like, what? He's like, Ian Lee's just emailed me, and it's tonight, not next week. And I was just like, Jed.
I'm so sorry.
So that was fun while it lasted for about 10 minutes.
Makes you feel alive. Makes you feel alive.
The heart pumping.
Josh and James, it's so nice to see you. Thanks so much. Go to bed.
Yeah, we're going to go.
Stay safe, and we'll speak again soon. Thank you, guys.
Good night. Nice to meet you both.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What a crap ghost story. I mean, at first we thought she was just putting the campfire out, but now it just turns out she's just walking about.
Just walking about. They're nice guys, aren't they? They're really, really nice guys. And I terrified them last week. I emailed him saying, here's the link. I tweeted it. I got an email back. Now I know he types them with his nose. Flipping it. Got an email back saying, I thought it was the week after.
Terrible.
Thank you. Let me put another... there's the book. There's the book. You can get it on Kindle. You can get it as a book. And he's a really, really good interviewer. You know, it's you can imagine some people going, there's a disabled gentleman that wants to interview me. I'll do it. It won't be very good. He's a proper interviewer. He gave me some real...
You can tell he's sharp as a tack.
Yeah, really funny, really nice. But I was thrilled to be on there because he's had some amazing people. Can you tweet the link? It's not working from Twitch. Yes, why is it not working? It's working from mine, but of course I'll tweet the link. Let me do that now while I think on it. Here is the link to the fab new book by At Beyond the Title. There we go, tweeted it. Thank you, Josh and James. There we go. Title, the book is Tweeted, I've tweeted the book. If you've got a better ghost story than that, 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. Skype is open. And you can Skype from anywhere in the world. TLNA. I think I know what might be wrong with this.
Oh, yeah, you've been thinking about that the whole time, right?
Yeah, I wasn't listening at all. My Stream Deck, because some of you, this is my Stream Deck, right? Some of you are having problems. Some of you are having problems like subscribing, and we're having problems in the chat, like blocking people and stuff.
Or even looking at their,
Yeah, you can't look at their. So maybe that could be causing the problems with Stream Deck. That could be.
I wonder.
I wonder. Some of you didn't get notifications tonight. Some of you can't resubscribe. This is going to cost us a bloody fortune.
How dare they?
It's a bloody fortune.
Can we use that? Can we get the teachers to mark us up what we should have had?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we need. Does Ian think heightism is okay? Yes, I do. I think it's wonderful. I love it. I think it's great, and I support it. I support heightism 101%.
Where did that come from?
I also support bad maths, and some other streams are having the same issues, said Amaretto Pirate. Not that I'm watching them, mine. Well, then how would you know? He said, I'm pressing the close-up button. There's Catherine's close-up. There's the main shot again.
Yeah, something fishy going on.
Can you not ask Jeff Bezos to make up the difference a bit? We will. I'll text. I'll text Jeff.
He'll give us a shout after the show, as he normally
I'll text
does.
Jeff later on. Right. The switchboard. The switchboard.
Like there's a switchboard.
I can see Skype. I can see Skype. So if you want to give us a call, if I see you call in, then I will take it. We're not taking withheld numbers at the moment, just because there's an idiot that phones up. Hey, I tell you what's good. I'm going to tempt the devil.
Oh no, let's not be doing that.
Hello, George. George, you want to come up here, darling boy? Come on, my God. This is my beautiful. This is my little boy. Oh, Georgie boy. Look at that tail. What a magnificent tail.
Now, George is lovely, but if you're eating something...
Oh, no.
You don't want George in the room.
No.
Because he's a little pig.
No. You don't. Hello, George, my darling. I love them. I've got 4 cats. I love them so much. Look at that. The arrogance. The arrogance. Come and sit and have a cuddle, darling. He wants down, but he can't see away now. Come and have a cuddle. You want to get down?
Yeah.
All right. Bye. There's a cat's bum. We haven't had the racists for a while.
No, I think they got bored.
They got bored.
They got banned.
They got bored, they got banned. Won't you take me by the hand?
So, do you want this goose in ghost or what?
With the story that you couldn't find that I found, yes.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
But it wasn't on page 42, it was on page 20.
It doesn't say page 42.
Yeah, it does. Groped by a ghost. 46.
46-year-old woman.
No, 46.
Okay, well
page 46
okay,
on the contents. It's actually on page 20, which is the first mystery of this evening. Ooh.
Phil likes my Zardoz. Is it Zardoz? Is that what it's called? Statue, a film I've never seen.
What
Can you
film
see
is
that?
it?
Do you want the light on?
I could see it. I could see it just as easily.
You can see my shoes and hats. It looks like there's been murders. It looks like some cowboys have been shot, and it's just their smoking boots are left. It didn't look tidier without that light on.
Yeah, hang on.
Eve has bought the book. Thank you, Eve. Do have a little listen to the podcast. We've got some great people on there.
This is from Chat It's Fate. If you want to, it's the July 2020 issue. I don't think it'll be in the shops anymore.
No.
Ooh.
Dead magazine. We will answer if the phone goes.
We'll answer.
We'll answer.
But in the meantime,
answer.
we're going to hear the story of Ali Mather, who's 54, and she's from Pontefract in West Yorkshire. And the title, Hands Off! You ready? A saucy spook grabbed my boobs. The party was in full swing when I arrived. The guests were having a great time, gossiping together and drinking wine.
What is this a poem?
No, it's just the way she talks.
Read that. Well, she's a poet and she didn't realise. Read that again because that was beautiful.
I should do it in a sort of Alan Bennett type voice, shouldn't I? That's Yorkshire-ish.
Yes, oh.
The party was in full swing when I arrived. The guests were having a great time, gossiping together and drinking wine.
I was feeling fine half the time.
Mother doesn't like parties. She thinks they're too raucous.
I like it to get some rough trade. He does write about those things. He does write about those things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not being homophobic.
No,
I'm allowed to
it's
be
being
homophobic
accurate.
because I'm bisexual, but I'm not being a homophobe. I am not a homophobe.
I'll just set you up here on this table. The host, Sam, asterisk. What's that for? Name's been changed. It's probably...
To protect the dead.
Julie.
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 Can we... let's have a game of name... this will be an easy one. Name poker. Name song poker.
Okay.
But it's got... We'll start off, see if we can do it with just the so... Okay, no, it doesn't work. All right, so... What will Julie by Shakin' Stevens?
Okay. Oh, Mandy.
Julia by the Beatles.
Mm-hmm. Jessica by the Allman Brothers.
Oh, Carol by Neil Sedaka.
Ooh. Peggy Sue.
0203 267 No, 0203 28. Well, I'll call this number. I'm just making it up. 0203 267 3291. See what they've got to say.
Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue got married.
Oh. Donna by Richie Valens.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Wendy by the Beach Boys. One of my favourite Beach Boys songs.
Oh, Carolina.
Whoa! Well, yeah, Sylvia's mother.
Oh, yeah, Sylvia's mother. Stacey's mum.
We could do a whole family tree. That's another game. I think that's it. I think we've done them all.
Veronica.
Okay. Alison.
Oh.
By Elvis Costello.
Caroline.
Alison by the Pixies.
Oh, that's another one. Adia.
What's your idea?
By Sarah McLachlan.
What's your idea?
Adia.
What's your idea, my love?
Hey, I do believe I left you. That one.
Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond. Okay. We're back in the game.
All right. What about...
Fake Sheila says, it doesn't seem to work like Adamant. Because we're not playing Adamant. We're playing name song poker.
Layla.
Okay. Caroline No by the Beach Boys.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Carolines.
Caroline is the right one, isn't she?
Yeah.
Runaround Sue.
Oh, there's another one. Basically, it's saying Slaggy Sue.
Well, that's what he's suggesting. I just think he's got his nose pushed out.
I
know what you're doing.
Rhiannon lives in
a bell in the night, and would you like to love her? Oh, yeah. Well, Sarah then. Sarah
lives like a bell in the night. What's Cecilia?
Oh, yeah, that's Cecilia. Flipping it.
She's another one.
She is another one. Macarena.
That's a dance.
No, it's not. It's a name.
It's a dance.
It's a name.
Gay men's there. It's a dance.
It's a name.
Yeah, of a dance.
Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para darle alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Hey.
What do you do? Do you do the Alison or do you do the Macarena? One of them is a name. One of them is a dance.
It's not her fault. It's got named after her.
Okay, well,
they say some nasty things about Macarena as well.
Okay, that's kind of ruined things a little bit.
I think you've ruined things.
I tell you who hasn't ruined things.
Go on.
If anything has made things better, big up the Gregorian. Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors. Just go to their website now. gelaw.co.uk. You're getting divorced? I'm sorry to hear that. Was it your fault? Don't dwell on it. Next time round, try and be a better person. That's my plan. That's my plan. gelaw.co.uk. If you're getting divorced, they
won't stir it.
They won't stir it. Neither will this dog, who is not Zeus the dog.
No, undercover.
This is not the same dog, Zeus, that is owned by Nick, who runs Poseidon Safety Management, at Poseidon Safe on Twitter, Poseidon Safety on Facebook. And if he looks like Zeus, well, that's just a coincidence. That's a quinky dink, because it ain't.
You haven't seen him.
You have not seen him, right?
If you're in Devon and Cornwall, though, and you want a patrol to be seen, these guys are your team.
All the staff are SIA licensed, guys and gals. I don't know if the dogs have to be SIA licensed. I'd imagine they're probably... Do you remember when you used to have to buy a dog license?
Yes. Well, I have heard tell of those days.
The
I'm going
dogs-
to sneeze. Carry on.
The dogs and hand... We're going to ruin the advert.
I'm not. I'm going to do it silently.
Silent but violent.
Here we go. Thank God for those Kegels.
The dogs and handlers are trained in-house by the trainers who have either a police or military background. Dogs and handlers undergo constant assessment and continual training to ensure they not only meet but exceed the industry standards. And here's the thing. At the start of Corona, Poseidon offered free security for local pubs. And at the start of lockdown, some scumbags broke into a school and stole rulers
Pencils.
and desks
Yep.
and artwork by kids. And what Poseidon did was they found those people and they killed them in front of the children.
They did
in assembly.
No,
they executed them. You know, in The Deer Hunter when they're playing that Russian roulette, which apparently didn't actually really happen. Wasn't part of the Vietnam scene. They did that in front of kids.
They guarded the school for nothing.
They also did that, but they don't like to, anyway. Nick at Poseidon is a lovely gentleman, so thanking you very much indeed. And other lovely gentlemen, James and Mark at Somers Ways, Bob the Cat. If you phone them and you use them and mention TLNA, you get put in a drawer with a chance to win a Bob the Cat t-shirt.
That's true. That's a fact. Also, you can stop farming out your wastes to different places because you've got that kind of waste that needs sorting out that way, and that one needs taking off site, and that one needs doing on site. Forget it. Summers Waste Solutions could do the whole lot for you. Summers Waste Solutions.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's
Switch and Save. They've got a campaign, Switch and Save. It's worth giving them a call and just saying, look, I work in for a pub. I own a pub. I run a shop. I run a whatever.
Wherever you are.
This is how much I'm spending. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? And they will see if they can save you some money. So give them a call. Mention TLNA, please. Same as if you get in touch with Harsh, who is an accountant. Harsh at hfsingandco.uk. That's the email. Write it down. Write it down. I see all of the websites that just popped up in the chat as they do. Harsh at hfsingandco.uk. If I say my accountant was ripping me off for years. Why? Because I'm an idiot. And he was a scumbag, and I thought he was a friend, and he was a scumbag.
Oh, no.
Harsh won't be friendly. He will be a bastard to you. He won't. He's a nice guy. And, even if you're not sure that you're going to need him, drop an email and say, look, this is kind of what the situation I'm in. This is what my accountant is charging. If you've got one, maybe you haven't got one. This is how much I'm earning. What can you do? And he'll have a chat because tax and all that stuff scares the cack out of me. Thank you very much to all our sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, the email is going across the bottom of the screen right now. We are booked up until the middle of September. It costs you hundreds, not thousands, and I mean lower hundreds. And you'll get 3 mentions a show on here. It gets uploaded to YouTube where it stays pretty much forever. Don't hold me to that asterisk. Don't hold me to that. You'll get a shorter mention in every daily podcast that you're sponsoring us for. And I'll also do 1 or 2 tweets a week to my 103,000 followers on Twitter as well. It is hundreds, not thousands. It is the lower hundreds.
I don't like pointing people out in the chat that have ballsed up, but Alistair58, sing for Guy, Elton John.
Oh, don't call Alistair out. This could send him back.
What is the relevance of this, please? Because we're looking for women's names, right?
We didn't specify.
But we were doing women's names.
Maybe
we're the fools.
Maybe we're the fools. Alistair, I think, in his sobriety, has destroyed you.
He's seen clearer than we have.
He has destroyed you. Alistair, I would like to apologise. She needs to do a step 8 and 9 to you. And I would like to... I'm doing my step 5 next week.
What does that entail?
It involves reading my step 4 to my sponsor. Ooh. Then I can start working on my character defects.
Gosh.
Which I haven't got many. I'm the most humblest guy I know. So am I doing step 4 right, addicts and alcoholics? Because when I did a step 4 before... Let's take this call and we'll talk about this in a minute.
I'm going to turn my torch off.
Again, with the computer screen, could you...
Shut up!
I can't see!
Hello!
Oh, hang on a second! Something's happening! Hello?
Hello, how are you doing?
I see you're joined by the cast of Boss Cat.
Again, yeah, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Did I see the name Stephen pop up?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Stephen, how you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah, not bad at all, thanks. I just drove down from Nailsea to Cardiff, where I live, and the M4 was closed, so I had to take a detour through Newport. That was a bit...
Hang on.
It's nice to speak to someone in Cardiff because we got banned from Wales last week, didn't we? So we will never be able to go there again.
I rescind that ban.
Hey!
You didn't used to call us on the Talk Radio show, did you?
I did, and played a couple of songs a few.
The James Taylor guy?
No, not
No, it was Michael.
That was Michael.
I like James Taylor, man, but no, not that.
Do you want to play for... I see you've got you happen to have brought your guitar with you. I mean, although when you hold it up like that, half the neck's missing, so it could be...
It's a short song.
Could be a short song. Would you like to sing us a song?
Yeah, if you fancy it.
I would love it.
Cool. It's a bit of a name that tune. You mentioned this band when you were talking to one of your guests, mate of yours the other day, lad, and some members of it. Nice tune. So I reckon you're going to get it.
Okay.
Some serious drugs. Toy Town medicine won't make the change. If you want your head rearranged, get some serious drugs.
I love some serious drugs. Right?
No.
Get some serious drugs. The trouble with me, I can't give in. Trouble with me.
These BMX Bandits.
I can't get... Yeah, you got it.
Only because someone said it in the chat. Carry on, I'll shut up.
Cut off my head if you want me to. Cut off a finger if it'll get me your serious love. I got a serious love. Take it much longer. She said maybe your tablet should be stronger. Get some serious drugs. Get some serious drugs.
This is great, man. This is what it's all about.
Trouble with me, I can't give in. You see, the trouble with me, I can't give.
Yes! Come on, keep going. He's good, isn't he? This bit not so good.
I like a mouth trumpet.
A mouth trumpet.
Yay! I love that.
Oh, mate, that was a lovely surprise. Now, BMX Bandits, of course, who we spoke to Dougie about, I don't really know them. I know of them. I don't know them. I wouldn't have got it unless someone in the chat had called it out. And you did that beautifully. That was lovely, man. Thank you.
Oh, a pleasure. Thanks for having me on. And,
I'm going to say something that you might consider to be rude, but you're on the internet now. Someone just in the chat just wrote, I really miss seeing Les Dennis on the telly. Oh, really?
Yeah, someone said on the bus, it's you, isn't it? It's you.
Mate, that is... Do you know what? You phoning up and doing that has made my night, and I think has summed up what this can be, what Twitch can be. It can be this. Thank you so much. That was absolutely brilliant.
Thanks,
I love
Stephen.
that.
My absolute pleasure. Keep up the good work, guys. It's great.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
No star Cariad.
I don't think his name was Cariad. His name was Stephen.
I was speaking his mother tongue.
Going to play an advert because I need to. He was really good.
Yeah. I've never heard that song before.
No.
For me, that is now. Oh.
Hang on a second. Hello.
Are we due an inspection or something?
I think is it inspection time?
Evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Are we in trouble?
I'm going through all the Twitch rooms, you know my job. I'm just checking up on your health and safety forms haven't been filmed in. Have you two done the induction yet?
We haven't done the Twitch induction.
I don't think we have.
Also, listen, I've had reports. Is that a naked flame? You know, on the back shelf there, my friend?
Yes, that's the by the Frank Sidebottom Ouija board.
Never mind Frank Sidebottom. We're looking at Frank Singebottom. The whole house could go up if we're not careful.
Have I got to get rid of it?
Listen, my friend. Also, just posture-wise, have you done a desktop audit yet, you two?
Oh no,
I haven't done a desktop.
I've seen you slouching. It would for a few
Dad,
days.
you find it funny. Slouching is a serious business.
This is what I'm trying to say. And not only that, we're getting a lot of reports of wild animals. Are there any pets on this show? Because we say cats or kittens, a dog or a bitch, please keep your pets away from Twitch. You know the rules.
I've got the cat. What would you mean? I'm not putting the cats down. No, I'm not going to. What do you mean do? Kill them?
And that's Iain in. Can I just check this? I've got this right. That's Iain in the white shirt. This young lady on the right here, is she definitely over 25?
Yes.
Oh God. Oh
I'm
yeah.
in my very late 20s.
Very much.
Late.
Very much.
We've got to check just in case. We have strict rules. And the final thing is, I notice your kitchen is quite close. Is your cutlery drawer shut?
Check. Because you are prone to leaving that open.
Oh no, it's open. I'll go and shut it.
For goodness
I didn't realise
sake.
that was a thing.
Rule number one.
Thank you for this.
Think safe, be safe.
Are we safe now?
I think so, but just remember, if you are using cutlery tonight or in the next 24 hours, good lad. Think safe, be safe.
Be safe. We're going to be safe.
Well, it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm a big fan of health and safety. I just wasn't aware that health and safety was part of this. I thought we could do what we wanted, but it's good to know the rules.
You won't believe it. I have to go around all the rooms checking on safety. You two haven't filled your forms in. If you can do them by the end of the week, you're in the clear.
Not a problem. All right, thank you. You go into every Twitch stream.
Yeah, every single one. Oh, and just one last tip before I go. You know, if you are going into a restaurant, eat out to help out. Don't go stealing chips off other people's plate. Not unless you've got one of these. Have you seen these? The extender fork. This, my friend, you can steal chips off anybody's plate, and that is COVID clear. It's at least 1 metre long. That's
and
it.
You'll have someone's eye out with that.
That meets the government regulations, does it?
They're not EU regulations till the 31st of December. Then we can do what we want.
Yes, that's what I voted for.
And I'll be out of a job. But never mind. Listen, be safe. Think safe, be safe. I'll expect your forms on my desk Friday morning.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you very much for the call. Appreciate
Stay
your
safe.
time. Thank you,
Thanks.
sir. Thank you, sir.
I'd rather be safe and sorry.
What just happened?
We got audited.
We got pwned on our own stream. Can I say, this hour of the show may have been my favourite hour that we've done.
Is it because of the anticipation about the Goose and Ghost?
It is. This hour, for me, has summed up the power of what we're dealing with here.
It's a power hour.
The power hour. Was that planned? No.
Oh yeah, I think he planned it.
Was that real?
Very thorough.
I think that was real.
Of course it was. Not going to mess about with safety.
The thing is, though, when you see someone who's wearing a wig, you can't laugh.
A wig?
You can't laugh just in case.
I thought he had a fine head of hair. I was thinking I need to get mine sorted out.
Is that Paul off Can't Pay? We'll take it away.
The fact that we know who you mean is a disgrace to all of us.
See, I used to love those programs. I don't watch them now.
Well, we realised what it was.
I finally got it. Think safe, be safe. That's great advice. I have no idea who that caller was, but
he was sent from the authorities, and we will respect him.
Yeah. Okay. Can I do a wee first?
I think you should, because otherwise this is going to scare the bejesus out of you.
Do you want a decaf cough, Kath?
Oh, I'd love one.
Right, let's chill out.
Should we all have a relax for a second?
If anyone calls in, you know what to do, don't you?
I don't know, but I'll have a go.
Okay, well, you click on their call, and then you immediately put the mouse, don't worry about showing them if you don't need to, immediately put the mouse over the red hang-up button in case they
drop a...
In case they do a Betty Boo.
Gosh. See, here's the thing about Chat is Fate. This was a Christmas gift from Iain. What was it, 2 years ago? 2 years ago. And he thought he'd only...
the stale brioche?
Yeah. And he thought that... where did you find that? Is it down your trousers?
No,
It looked quite squashed. A squashed brioche.
Stale?
Not stale. Two years ago, Christmas, I was given a subscription to the finest paranormal monthly in the land, Chat's Fate, right? It has such headlines as, I'll give you a little sample of what we've got for the last, I've got loads, because when we didn't work for Talk Radio anymore, I thought, well, I'm never going to be able to read this to anyone ever again, am I? Little did I know, Chat It's Fate, no, they knew. Guided by a tragic note in a haunted wardrobe, a fortune teller exposed our shocking family secret. I was hunted by a dead murderer. I live with invisible housemates. Find out the colour of your soul. Oh, God. That was March. Then July. I'm sure I've seen this picture before. I think they might recycle models. A mysterious voice made me a singing sensation in my grief. What I really like are the little subheadings. My indigo son has special powers. Attacked by dark forces.
Where did you put that?
Every time I go to sleep, probably in the living room. It's in a little tin. Oh, look. Stevie Nicks. Fairies help me find the missing.
Do you want to take a phone call?
We run a haunted fancy dress shop. Tell your fortune with sweets. Tell your fortune with sweets. And then this month, no, it's not even this month, that's August. We're going back in July for the Goose and Ghost, aren't we? Bullies brought evil into my home and taught me a lesson. Shown the way. There's a magic unicorn in my garden and I know where dragons live too. Okay, Mum. On a mission. Is that big? I just love that. I just love the little... We were photobombed by a murder victim. God, you can see him really clearly. Haunted by my past, but I've never been happier. Unleash your inner warrior. Is that what you're doing in there?
No, I'm saying hello to Mucky.
I heard you drop one.
No, you didn't.
Marky Mark, 1234. Why don't people call in anymore? It was the best bit. Are you daft? Right. I've got to find my page again now because it's not... Mysteriously, one of the many mysteries of Chat is Fate, it's not on the page, it says it is in the content, so hang on. I do love a bit of Chat is Fate. It's daft, and none of the stories ever turn out to be what they say they are, but... Mystery. Spooky. Right. Right, here we go.
Hang on.
I'm excited for this one.
Don't mess with my toot. I don't mess with my toot. I know you have a dabajitar, which means box in Indian. So don't mess with my toot. Dabajitar means box. No, bond. No, bond is bum. Dabajitar is box.
Gosh.
Muchi ungli. Fish fingers. Let's carry on with the spooky story.
All right.
Why have we got more viewers when I wasn't in the room?
Because I thought I was going to tell them about the Goose and Ghost. Right.
I'm not lighting the candle again, no.
I'll just set you up here on this table, to host Sam said. leaving me.
Start again from the beginning.
Oh, what?
It was an hour ago that you started the flipping story.
They're not bloody goldfish, they'll remember.
Okay, well...
All right, a saucy spook grabbed my boobs.
My brain is drug-addled.
Ali Mather, 54, from Pontefract, West Yorkshire.
We're gonna let's just get the lights down.
Let me get this last bit of brioche in, and then I'll be right.
Right. I hope that security guy doesn't, this health and safety guy doesn't call in again, because we're gonna do this.
What are we doing? Shh! Don't tell him. Don't set me on fire. I've got quite a lot of hairspray on.
I'm not setting you on fire. I'm doing an
effect. And this is like polyester. It'll go up like a nylon nightie.
All right, well, I'm not going to touch you with it. If you move, then you might get burned.
Right, ready?
Oh, shit.
Flipping it. The party. I'm doing it in Alan Bennett's voice, wasn't I?
Can we just turn this off?
Are you ready? Oh, that looks good.
If only the close-up does work. I just have to do it like this.
Right, ready. The party was in full swing when I arrived. Don't burn me chin.
I'm not. I just need to get it close for it to work.
I don't trust you.
What do you mean you don't trust me? Cher trusts me.
I singed my fringe once at school with a Bunsen burner.
I
was like leaning over, and all of a sudden I thought I could I could smell burning, and then I saw my fringe go.
We've all done that. No, we can't have spooky music because it's complicated.
Right. The party was in full swing. If you're wondering why I'm doing this ridiculous accent, it's because she's from Pontefract.
So see what it's like without the thing.
Ghostly.
Right, okay. Hang on.
Or I can do me.
Look at the smoke. Look at the smoke. Hold that. Look at this. No, you're doing it wrong. Hang on.
Mystery.
That's it. Right. Hang on. I'm going to light this and then I'm going to blow it out and we're going to make
this. This is going to be worth it for the effect.
Right, okay. We're in our 40s! For Christ's sakes, we're in our 40s! Right, hang on. We're gonna have a candle.
Right, no burning me though. Seriously, this is not. This won't take the pace.
That looks good. And then what is that behind him that we can see?
Oh, what is that?
What's the
reflection?
Okay, but then we're gonna have a séance. I don't think. Can someone check TOS and see if séances are against TOS? Because we're gonna do one if it's not. Okay.
All right. Are we in? It's everyone in. If you've all been to the toilet. Oh, where's my cuppa? I'll just have a little. Careful, I've got a very flouncy.
Photo bummed by a ghost.
Yeah.
Right, so start the story from the very beginning.
Right. You ready, everyone?
Hang on 1 second.
Don't get too scared now. This is going to be spooky.
Hang on, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this over here, just in case we get. You never know, we might get an exciting call.
Yeah.
So it's unlikely. It's unlikely.
Yeah, exactly.
But you never know.
You ready, everyone?
Here we go.
Oh. The party was in full swing when I arrived. The guests were having a great time, gossiping together and drinking wine. You know, because it was a party.
Look at the shadows. Why is the shadow moving on me? Look at the shadow on me. I don't even know how that's doing that. You see it?
Spectral forces, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I'll just set you up here on this table. The host, Sam, not Sam, probably Julie, said.
Oh, that's how we started?
Yes, Julie said, leading me to a quiet living room. Great, I said, getting out my tarot cards. What kind of a party is this? A medium and a clairvoyant, I was born with gift of being able to speak with, hear, sense, smell and see spirits.
Hear, sense, smell and see?
Sorry, it was quite far down on the lining.
There's a fly.
Yeah. Off-putting. Is it a fly, though, or is it from beyond?
It's a fly.
Yeah.
Got quite a lot of flies in this house at the moment.
He's creeping up. Oh, did you get rid of those maggots?
Yes.
Where did you put them?
I put them in the bin, and that bin has been cleaned out.
Okay, good. Just checking. A medium and clairvoyant.
That was, you just heard...
that was the ghost of your dinner.
A voice. Can I just say, this woman is on top form. I was going to say on fire, but I don't want to tempt fate. She is on top form She is a great funny woman, funny gal. She's what I like to call a funny gal.
Oh, dear, this is serious.
And she is fast, and she's really earning her money tonight.
Great, I said, getting out my tarot cards. A medium and clairvoyant, I was born with gifts of being able to speak with, hear, sense, smell and see spirits. I often do platform work around the country, giving messages from those in spirit to live in. And thanks to my gifts, I'm called out to haunted houses to cleanse them of troublesome spirits so residents can get some peace. Careful, because your beard.
But look at my eyebrows. It looks like my eyebrows kind of stop like here.
Yeah.
But actually, there's still quite a little bit more there.
I know, isn't it magic? Hey, science. I also read tarot cards and do psychic parties like this one. It was February 2020 and I've been invited to read for guests in an old house in South Hingley near Barnsley, Yorkshire. The night were a great success. I gave one-to-one tarot readings and the guests learnt loads.
One-to-one tarot reading, so-and-so.
Loads about their past lives. The guides and I connected with loved ones in spirit and passed on messages.
Can I just... Amy Transgender says, why do we have eyebrows? Was to stop sweat into your eyes, isn't it?
And, eyelashes are for keeping sand out and that.
So, just...
Happy to help.
Just back
and that's why you should have. But many people don't these days.
Well, but then sometimes shaving that can get rid of the dibs and the dabs.
Yeah, you don't want dibs and dabs.
Hundreds and thousands.
I mean, it was designed for when we were living in bushes and that. I'll leave it there.
Well, and now we can't live in bushes because they're all shaved. I look like a Hollywood actor going to the shops. I look like when Tom Hanks pops up in the back of someone's wedding.
You look like one of them blokes you don't want to knock on the door of in the middle of a forest in America.
Yeah, boy, go get the chainsaw. Daddy's gonna have meat for supper.
Anyway,
get to the point of the story.
Party.
Alan Bennett.
Their guides and I connected with loved ones in spirit and passed on messages. Once the party goers had left, I started packing up my stuff. Before you go, would you mind taking a look at my loft? Sam asked. Thought you'd never ask.
Loft. Trying to think what that could be in rude slang. Nope, haven't got anything.
No.
Let's carry on. And by the way, this is going to end with her getting touched up by a ghost, which we don't condone.
But you know what ghosts are like.
Oh, so horny. All that ectoplasm and nowhere to deposit it.
I had it converted after we moved a few years ago, but I always feel dead scared when I go up there. It don't feel right.
Don't feel right being in another man's attic.
Subtitle: Haunted Loft. They do spoil, I think, sometimes with these.
Are you a loft or an attic?
I think a loft is different from an attic. I think if you've got an attic, you need to have an old rocking horse in there and a chest.
Okay, so you're an idiot.
A loft has got a bed in it.
No, it hasn't.
I just killed that right on me form.
It's still alive. It's just.
Oh no, it's not anymore. You've
pull
just
the wing off.
Did you just put that in my hair?
Yeah. Okay. Are you a basement or a cellar kind of gal?
Cellar. We're not American.
I nearly picked this up to drink it. Look.
Don't do that.
Imagine drinking that hot wax, and then it would congeal in my throat, and I would possibly die.
Wow.
10 years ago this very day.
She told me that she often heard noises, bangs and footsteps coming from loft. I think it might be haunted, she shuddered. I agreed to check it out and we headed up to the top of the house. As we climbed stairs, I held up my EMF reader. Which is always,
that's unbelievable.
I know, innit? Which is always in my handbag, and I gasped. Oh, wow, I muttered. This device detects unusual energy and the average EMF reading in a spooky house is around 0.4.
That's unbelievable. Oh.
Pack that in, please.
We're going to play an advert for...
now.
Well, no, we got to do it. Listen, they should subscribe.
This was 1.8, more than 4 times usual reading for a haunted house. I was still looking at the EMF meter when suddenly Julie, screamed. Ah! I turned round excitedly, expecting to see a spirit. Then I realised it was a live man. I couldn't help screaming too. Oh, man!
All right, it's disrespectful.
The man turned out to be Sam's partner.
Men can be ghosts as well, all right? Oh, it's funny. Oh, it's a man ghost. Oh, it's funny. Let's make light of it.
It's a manifestation.
Oh, Christ's sake. This guy is a dead person.
No, he's not. He's alive. It's Sam's partner, David, who's probably called Dean.
I misunderstood. Well, this guy sounds like a prick.
He only just arrived home. My nerves are totally frayed, Sam gulped. Let's go back downstairs. So that was pointless. We didn't need to know about David. No. That was a false start.
Apologies if you're getting ads. If you remember that Twitch is knackered tonight.
Don't worry about it, because bugger all's going to happen in between now and then.
No.
So we trooped downstairs, and as we did so, I glanced down at my top. I had a large handprint on my boob.
I mean, chance would be a don't say it thing.
Just look at this, I gasped. How on earth had it got there? I showed it to Sam. That wasn't there before.
I deliberately didn't look there because I'm a gentleman, but I imagined it.
It must have appeared while we were upstairs in the attic. It's the only explanation.
Yeah.
I can't handle this. I need a cup of tea, Sam groaned. Oh, no, that's not groaning. I can't handle this. I need a cup of tea.
Superfly guy, there's no need to tell us that you're leaving. You can just leave without slamming the door. Honestly, it's very kind of you to let us know you're leaving.
But we're not bothered.
But we couldn't give us stuff, mate, so goodbye.
I need a cup of tea, Sam groaned. She headed to the kitchen with David, going it alone. Intrigued.
Going it alone in the loft of love.
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft. See if he'd groped the other one.
Maybe slippers. No.
There was a large empty space upstairs. Yes, it's called a loft.
I think it's called her head.
Oh. And if I stood in the middle of it, I had an odd sensation of cold down one side of my face.
We've got a complaint. Our soul says, what's spooky about tits? Quite a bit, if you're nervous. Superfly guy, 007, every 10 seconds ad, WTF. That's simply not true. Go away, we're doing a ghost story, don't do that. What you're saying is a lie. Just go away, let her do. I'm so sorry. Go away! We're doing a ghost story and you're lying.
You're ruining it for everyone.
You're ruining it.
You're spoiling the mood. We were all spooked out then, and then you're coming in moaning about flipping adverts.
When there aren't every 10-second ads, because the ads are 30 seconds, so there'd be ads overlapping ads.
Chat, are you still scared?
Spooky.
Just checking. Is the vibe still spooky?
Spooky boobs, okay.
Are we still scared? That's good.
Adception.
Mood sponge. It was a bit.
What does the
word... Scared.
Does the word inception mean something inside something inside something?
I'm going to say yes.
Because my 10-year-old said, Daddy, do you know what inception is?
Right.
And I said, well, it's a film. He
Yeah.
said, yeah, but it means something inside something inside something.
Does it? Or does he,
Well, that
is he not
makes-
just referencing the film?
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, I'm going to go to the cinema tomorrow and see Tenet, which is the spiritual sequel to Inception, which
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you didn't like.
I did like it. What are you talking about?
You didn't. You said it was silly.
I didn't.
I was sat next to you.
I didn't say it was silly. I didn't say it was silly at all.
Sat next to you when you watched it.
Were you, though? I woke up and you were still there. Anyway, shush. Where am I up to? You spoiled it. Don't
I've
set me
not
on fire.
spoiled it.
Here we go. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it. I had an odd sensation.
What's the ETA on the end of this story, says Mark79.
It's
very
about
good question.
longer if you don't pipe down. And it will
Very-
be disappointing. I'm telling you that now.
Very, very, very good question.
Intrigued, I went back. We're going back up to the loft now just because of you. Intrigued, I went back up to the loft alone. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it. I had an odd sensation of cold down one side of my face.
Time Roger out, please. Time Roger out, please, for 2 minutes. He's getting on my nerves. I'll make the mood spooky. Remember I said I like cold ravioli. I eat it from the tin. Time him out.
Dirty pervert.
Kids watch this stream, Roger. Kids watch this stream, mate. And what you're saying could influence them and they could become as perverted as you are. I want him timed out for 2 minutes. And if he comes back and does it again, I want him timed out for another 2
And
minutes.
because of
etc.
Roger, we're going to go back to the beginning.
No, not to the beginning.
No,
Come
just
up
to the
loft.
beginning of this section.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft alone.
Stop saying loft. We can't stop saying loft. It's part of the story.
I'm
Getting
going to say
really
it again
angry.
now because of you.
This was supposed to be a really fun, spooky show, and you're all getting on my nerves.
Shush.
Are we nearly there yet? Shut up! Jamie says, cold ravioli is weird. Cold beans are delicious, though. That's true. I made a toasted cheese and bean toasty. I made a cheese and bean toasty for my boy. And every time I do, I always have a little spoonful of beans. Beans.
Cheens.
And there's not cheese. I have the bit, just have a spoonful of beans.
Cheese. Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone. There were a large empty space upstairs. I'm going to start again because of that interruption.
No one heard it. Toasted cheese and bean toasty is the best. It is. I shouldn't have put the toasted at the start. There's too many toasteds in it. It is the best, but it's a pain in the arse to do because it involves me making a mess in the kitchen. And so the youngest one wanted one. I said, do you want two? He said, no, I'll have one. Do you want two? Because I'm not doing another one. Did it. Finished it. And he went, I could have another one. Put the butter on the outside of the bread. Please.
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it. I had an odd sensation of cold down one side of my face. Suddenly, 2 big blue bottles appeared from nowhere.
Mark79 says, I've forgotten why these people are in the loft. Can we go back to the start? No.
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone.
Why would you, and someone said, Roscoe says, why would you go back up to the loft all alone?
Because she's a psychic investigator. Keep up. Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone.
Dave, you can get Breville's on Amazon. If you order it now, you could be eating toasties by Saturday. And I would thoroughly recommend it. Best
Get one that you can take the plates out, though, because otherwise you can't wipe it clean.
But
Mine's
even
a right
then,
old state.
But even then, it's still claggy everywhere.
All right,
they
well,
get very claggy.
Except
But it's
the
like
filth.
it's like a wok. You don't supposed to clean a wok. But then I think that's how we got COVID, because they don't clean their woks. That's by the by. But it's not called COVID. It's the Cummings virus. It was we discovered at the start of the show. It was created in a laboratory in Dominic Cummings' but let's get on with this.
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it. I had an odd sensation of cold down the side of my face.
I don't have a specific length of time, Jamie, for toasting the toasties. I leave it because it's got a green light and a red light.
Yeah.
When the red light's on, that means it's hot enough to go. I think.
No, you've got to wait till it goes green.
No, it starts off green.
No, starts off red.
Excuse me. I'll show you mine now.
Yours is alter cock.
It starts off green and then the red comes on simultaneously, about 5 or 6 minutes. But I check it. Nice and crispy. We're getting in the way of the girl.
Intrigued.
Not really, but carry on.
I went back up to the loft.
Why'd you go back up to the loft?
All
New
alone.
to this too says, shut up, Ian. I want the story to end. You shut up. You shut up. She's been possessed now because of you. New to this too, you absolute melt. You shut up. Jamie got a question. Jamie says, hang on. Can we keep questions to the end? But we'll do this. Hang on. Who's loft?
Sue and Deans. Sue and Dave stroke Julian Deans.
Yas84 says, what's a toasty? It's a Breville toaster. You make a
Toasted
sandwich.
sandwich.
Yeah,
Maker.
toasted sandwich. Yeah.
Intrigued, I went up to the loft.
Danny, we're not starting again, mate. You should have timed your better. Matty says, Ian, can you please be quiet so Katherine can continue on with the story? Many thanks, Matty. Thank you for the bits.
Namaste.
Apologies. I apologise to you.
Intrigued.
And to everyone.
I went
I'm
back.
just nervous because I know that Roger's going to come back and talk
To
some
the loft.
filth about having it off with the ravioli.
All alone. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it.
Is there a goose in this loft?
We're going to find out in a minute if everyone just pipes down. We're not even in the loft yet. She's going up to the loft all alone, but I keep having to do it again.
Yes, Jamie, I would wholemeal for longer than white, but if I'm doing toasties, just like I'm doing fried slices, if I've got white, I'm using white.
Intrigued.
White is right.
Intrigued.
When it comes to toasties and fried slices, not when it comes to race. White is sometimes right. Black is sometimes right. I've got myself into a real racial kind of minefield that I wish I hadn't got into. Sometimes all races are wrong. Sometimes all races are right. All white at the back.
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it. I had an odd sensation of cold down one side of my face. Suddenly, two big blue bottles.
Big boo bottles.
Intrigued,
A nice big boo bottle.
I went back up to the loft all alone.
Hello, caller.
Ah!
Hello?
Yep.
Is that Ian?
Could be. Who's this?
Ian, where have you been?
What do you mean, where have I been?
I used to call you when you was on the radio, so now you're on Twitch, so you must have got promoted.
I got promoted, eh?
Oh, marvellous! Oh, no way!
Way!
It's so nice to see whatever her name is. I thought,
Okie dokie. What a rude person. And tutty bye. This woman here is Katarina Bolski. She is greatest teller of shit stories in world. You will never hear a story as shit as the one that comes from her lips. So respect her shit lips. Sorry you had to listen to that, Catherine. That was rude. Carry on with your story. Little recap.
Shit lips.
Little recap. We're in a loft. Catherine has had her boob groped by a ghost.
I haven't. Ali has. Ali Mather.
Who?
Shall I start from the beginning? You've forgotten, haven't you?
I think you probably should.
Party was in full swing. When I arrived, the guests were having a great time, gossiping together and drinking wine. I'll just set you up here on this table, the host, Sam. We've established she's not really called Sam, she's probably called Julie.
So she's gone to a party
Yes.
to read the tarot.
Yes. Great, I said, getting out my tarot cards. A medium and clairvoyant I was born
I don't clean the Breville,
with
Jamie.
the gift of being able to speak with.
Let's just jump to the loft, actually, because I'm
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all
back up to
alone.
the loft on long. Get on with it.
There were a lot-
Hey, Lazaru, I can call her shit lips. You can't call her shit lips, all right?
I don't want anyone calling me shit.
I
lips.
can call you shit lips. In fact, I'm going to get a T-shirt with a picture of Catherine on that says, I love shit lips. Let's have Catherine on there. And I'm going to wear that with pride. I'm going to wear that at Gay Pride. I love shit lips. Big old picture of my buddy, my best mate,
Honestly, don't put me on
Catherine
it. Let's keep
Boyle.
it. Don't put me in it. Let's keep it special.
I love your shit lips. Oh my God. This lady here, love her. Love her. If I could eat her up and not go to prison for it, it's exactly what I would do.
Well, let's not.
Lips and all.
Oh my God.
She's finger licking good when it comes to lip smacking.
All right, that'll do,
Pepsi
everyone.
drinking.
Everyone, shh. I think everyone's probably a ghost by now in this story. Bloody hell. Intrigued. No, I'm not doing that bit again. Yes, I am. Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it. I had an odd sensation of cold down one side of my face. Suddenly, 2 big blue bottles appeared from nowhere, buzzing around my head.
Hello.
I hate insects, especially flies.
Can I just say, hello? What are you doing here? What's that? Hello, what are you doing here? I don't know what you're doing here, naughty little man.
Blue bottle.
A blue bottle? You naughty little man.
He was more like, hello, it's Blue Bottle. Yes. And then there's another one who used to talk like that. Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, what are you doing? What do you mean? All right, hang on.
I know. Blue Bottle. That was it.
All right, so
Blue
I
Bottle.
think blue bottle is, hello, blue bottle here.
No.
What are you doing this, naughty little man?
No, it was, Blue Bottle. What are you doing?
Okay, let's find out. Let's.
And then there was that guy that talked like that.
All right. Hello, and then you'd have the Christian.
There was that one.
Then you'd have the Christian, the highwayman. What was his name?
Oh, a Seacom.
Oh, hello! What do you do? What do you mean?
There was always one that talked like that.
Yeah. Oh, no, no.
Was that,
That's my Milligan.
Miss Boy Milligan?
Hello, blue bottle.
No, it was more like that.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
Story with Blue Bottle at the top of his 200-foot ladder.
Hello.
It's a bit parky up here. Oh, silly little me, I've dropped my toasting fork.
All right, do that bit.
Hey,
Do that
somebody
bit.
down there. Oh, silly little me, I dropped my toasting fork.
Little me, I dropped my toasting. I can't do it now.
Silly little me, I've dropped my toasting fork. Silly little me.
Oh, it sounds a bit like Frank
somebody
Spencer.
down there, bring up my toasting fork.
Oh, no.
Oh dear, what can I do?
I wanna hear him.
I was when it needs a feet by man. You didn't know what you're doing with.
Oh, there he is. Oh.
I'm sorry, Blue Bottle.
I'm sorry, blue bottle.
Because
Eccles.
Eccles.
Who's holding the bottom of the ladder?
Good one.
Well, don't worry. I'm holding up.
Got some bad news, actually. Got some really bad news about that whole the goons. Not funny.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they're all dead.
No, they're not all dead. Harry Seacombe's still alive.
No, he ain't.
Yes, he is.
No, he ain't.
Michael Bentine is.
Don't think he is, mate.
I think he is, mate.
Let's check that out.
Let's not bother checking it out.
I thought he died quite recently.
Well, that's by the by. But they weren't funny. Here we go. Shh. Here we go. Back to the end of the story now. Nearly there. Only another 3 pages to go.
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone.
Quickly, Meister 140 says, this guy speaks to dead celebs and random people through his spirit box. Do you think it is real?
No.
No.
And no, he doesn't. Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone.
Good night, random British dude.
Night.
Hello.
Oh, good night to you.
Good night, random British dude.
Good night, Miss Law.
Hello. He was always doing that, wasn't he, Harry Seacombe?
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it. I had an odd sensation of cold down one side of my face.
That's a stroke.
Suddenly, 2 big blue bottles appeared from nowhere, buzzing around my head. I hate the goons, especially Blue Bottle. The flies hadn't been in the loft earlier. Oh, must be ghost flies? It wasn't the season for them, so I needed to act fast. If the spirit could conjure up these horrible insects out of nowhere, this thing were powerful. Connecting with spirit, I realised he had a grudge against a doctor who'd once lived and worked in the house. This is what's known as making stuff up.
Quite tired now, actually.
From this, should we leave this then?
Yep, I think we're done with that. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You're very, very welcome. We can move that over there. This is going on a bit, wasn't it? Did Seacombe present Antiques Roadshow or Songs of Praise? Daddy Bear Cub.
Highway.
For you. It was neither. Yes?
Hello. Hello.
Wish they'd do the coughing before.
Hello.
Did Seacombe present...
Iain.
Okay. Not sure what happened there. Just very quickly, what happened?
All right, okay, let's go back.
They all died happily ever after, says not Australian Dave.
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all...
Hello, boy.
You look like bend over.
No, I'm Gary. Gary from just outside Lowestoft. Just after A12, I got a 5-bedroom bungalow. But I do my own ironing. Are you alright, boy? I've been listening to your ghost stories.
Now you look like Pete Townsend.
Does.
Pete Townsend? Didn't he get arrested for a minute?
No, he didn't.
Don't go there. Don't go
He
there.
didn't.
No.
What can you do?
Anyway, I'm
You
just
got
after one of them there chairs. I want a chair. Hey, you got a chair going for free?
We're giving away a chair next week.
Oh, right. I got that wrong then.
A bit, yeah.
Why have you got 5? Why have you got 5 bedrooms?
Well, that's on account of the business what I'm doing. I got a little bit of work going on with Felixstowe Dock, mostly import export, mostly on an individual consignment basis. If you get me, I'm involved in organic substances.
Drugs.
No, not at all. No, because we're after the watershed, aren't we? My friend Raoul, my brother-in-law, he worked at Felixstowe Dock. We both do very well together.
That's great.
And my wife, she's in Colombia, sourcing materials.
But what has that got to do with you having 5 bedrooms?
Well, that sort of fund the bungalow, if you see. If you get my drift.
You're selling your
people.
Okay, you're selling your body for sex.
No. I mostly sell things to the young people what go to the festivals. You know, because they're quite into organic substances. You get.
I do get your thing. So how can we help you tonight?
Well, you're in touch with the youth, right? And I thought you could help me shift the food, Bob, you know, because things ain't been too good, what, with all the lockdown.
We can't sell drugs online.
No, I ain't selling drugs. Oh, no, I wouldn't be doing that.
We can't sell drugs on here, man.
No, I wouldn't be doing none of that. No, not at all, no. Cool, blimey, no,
So
governor.
what would you like us to do on here?
Well, I don't know. I was just playing Super Mario Kart and, you know, I pressed the wrong button and here I am.
Okay, thank you very much indeed for your...
I thought we'd summoned up a dead spirit.
Was he in the loft? A lot of people are saying.
He looked a lot like, I hate you, Butler. Didn't he?
He did. He looked like everybody you can think of.
I think his face kept transmogrifying.
Does anybody know what just happened there? Does anybody know what just happened?
I think it might have been in breach of the TOS quite severely.
He's clearly a humble chocolate salesman. Nothing to see there, says Super Matroid. Okay, maybe I miss... right. End of the story, Ples.
Connecting with the spirit... What now?
Don't. He's got a baby. He's got a baby with him.
Why is that? Is that a baby or is that your knee?
Can you hear us? Hello?
Is that a baby or a knee?
Is it a baby or a knee?
Or a shoulder?
What's he saying? Hello?
Jesus wept. I mean, this is like the...
I hope it's not a baby.
Is that a baby, a knee, or a shoulder?
You fat cunt.
Whoa!
Wow.
You fat con?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Don't know. He didn't seem to be able to work his technology or his mouth very well.
So, Donkey Kong.
Yes.
I now know why it was named Donkey Kong.
Right.
Shigeru Miyamoto, who I've met, came up with the name, and it was a pastiche of King Kong.
Right.
And
King Kong.
He wanted a word, monkey at the top. He wanted a word that meant like strong and brave. And he had a Japanese to English dictionary, and it gave him donkey.
Donkey?
It gave him donkey. So that's why it's called Donkey Kong.
Well, that's a fascinating fact. Thank you very much for elucidating.
There you go, you see.
Connecting with spirit, I realised he had a grudge against
Those people, Alex Clayton, and the guy whose phone
naked
number
man.
ends 7229. My God, how thick are you? I tell you what, I challenge you to, not a fight because that's against TOS, but I challenge you to a think-off. I challenge you to a read-off, right? Both of us will read a book.
Oh, hang on, you've lost him.
Who have I lost?
That guy.
Oh,
You
he's-
mentioned book.
Book.
Ah! And kryptonite.
Sarah is calling in. I'm hoping that Sarah is going to be able to put us out of our misery. Do you know how this story ends? Not the story of this show. I
Oh
think
my
it-
God, hang on a minute. Stop.
Buff, she's in Egypt.
She's in changing rooms. Are you in King Tut's bog?
Yes, I'm actually in a genuine Egyptian tomb. I thought this might delight you.
We got to go large. We're going large because we can't make it out. We're going large.
Oh my God, look.
What the?
Genuine Egyptian papyrus.
Is that your mum's house?
Yeah.
Is that your mum's pyramid? Sorry.
It's her underground tomb. You have to come down steps into it as well.
I don't want to. I'm gonna keep quiet because I don't want to badmouth your mum.
Wow. How long has she had that?
You're not on the lavvy bike. Are you doing?
She's sitting on it.
I'm sitting on her magic space toilet that's got a zip on the top.
Oh my God! You wash your hands in piss.
No, you when you've been to the loo, you push the button and water comes out the tap, and then the water flushes the toilet as you empty the sink.
This is the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's a great idea. So the tap water is the thing that flows down and is the flush.
Yeah.
But so you got to do it quick. That's not long enough. That's not long enough for COVID because you've got to wash your hands for 20 seconds for COVID after you've had a dump.
It runs for about 20 seconds.
Could you show us, please?
Yes, show us.
Okay.
So everyone imagine that Sarah's just finished on the toilet. She's just pulling her drawers up.
Show us. Let's see. Let's see.
We can't see the... Oh, look. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's adequate, I think.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's under
12,
pressure now.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You're COVID safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at the future.
Absolutely
And the past.
COVID safe. But what's all this Egyptian malarkey?
My mum went to Egypt and
She loved having a poo there.
defecated all over the tombs. Just wanted a bit more of that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Because I really like your mum's wallpaper, but it turns out I say this with respect, Sarah, she's absolutely insane.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, she happily admits being insane. It took her about 3 months to do it.
Did she paint it?
Yeah.
Oh, well played. Your mum's great. That is...
Look at the ceiling.
It's full of asterisks.
That
is
takes
incredible.
dedication.
Your mum is amazing.
So I wasn't sure whether to phone you up tonight for the spooky Egyptian tomb effect or to hold on until changing
rooms tomorrow. Show us the floor. What have you got on the floor? Sand?
Oh, no, it's glittery blue.
Oh, look. Wow, you stick your foot against the door and stop anyone coming in.
Yeah, well, we got genuine Egyptian domestos in
You know that King Tut, they used to assemble all the things around them that they'd need in the afterlife, and you can't have enough domestos.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. By the way, Paddy is
running water. You're sorted.
hot to trot.
It's
Literally.
a panic room as well.
this terrifying image that Paddy has captured of us having hands pressed against us while we're streaming.
Well, that's certainly a talking point, isn't it? Can you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, very rarely, Sarah, as you'll know, as a listener, am I speechless, but I'm struck dumb.
She'd take that as a compliment, probably.
Has she told you the story of the walls? What are we looking at? Because
I can't remember. We've got.
Is it Isis and Osiris? That's Anubis.
Yeah. So doesn't he eat
A
your
pubis, you think you mean?
Yeah.
A poopis. That's normally you that comes up with the ones like that.
I piss and no I piss.
There's lots of cows down here, and I don't really know why.
Oh, is your bison? Is your bison to wash your hands in?
Did your mum do that, or did she get loads of slaves to do it over several hundred years?
Yeah, and
did it all herself. Just like
Wow.
You have to sort of wedge yourself down the side of the toilet.
And is it true that to get the toilet, all the bits in there, she had to roll out loads of logs? Kind of works. It kind of works.
Aliens.
Aliens did it. It's the aliens. Wow.
It's incredible.
Gosh, Sarah. Thanks.
Is that the only character room she's got, or are there more?
Yeah, no, that's the only one.
Okay, that's enough, isn't it?
Is your mum? I don't know if you're. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. Is your mum single?
Yes, she is.
Okay, well, give her my details, please. Anything else, Sarah? Or
I think you probably covered it. Are we going to hear the end of Kath's story tonight?
yes, if you stop phoning in, for crying out loud, it's your fault, Catherine.
Intrigued.
Just got to say, I've got to play another ad. So, and there we go. And by the way, no one is intrigued. Absolutely. Let me just handle this one with caution.
Oh my God.
Oh, they've gone.
Nope.
Oh. Who are you? Because I don't want you to. And people can't hear you. we go.
Wow.
That's what we're dealing with tonight, guys.
Intrigued, I went back up to the loft all alone. There were a large empty space upstairs and I stood in the middle of it. I had an odd sensation of cold down one side of my face.
So just remember, she's had her tit grabbed by a ghost in a loft. But
Just
anyway,
one
back to the
though,
story.
just one. Suddenly 2 big blue bottles appeared from nowhere, buzzing around my head. That's not even spelt right.
None of the names are. They don't do drugs. Sorry, we won't answer anymore. Go on.
Yeah, God.
Don't do drugs, kids, because you could end up like that guy.
Also,
Hi.
don't skip leg day either. Suddenly 2 big blue bottles appeared from nowhere.
Blue bottle, pimp.
Running round my head. I hate insects, especially flies. The flies hadn't been in the loft earlier. Yes, they had. You just hadn't seen them. It wasn't the season for it, so I needed to act fast. If the spirit could conjure up these horrible insects out of nowhere, the thing was powerful. Connecting with the spirit, I realised he had a grudge against a doctor who'd once lived and worked in this house. From the spirit's chaotic energy, I sensed he'd struggled with mental health issues. Oh, now.
Low blow.
Deadly mission. I'm waiting here to push the doctor down the stairs, snarled the spirit angrily. The doctor's long gone, I told him firmly. Oh, the doctor's long gone, I told him firmly.
I have no idea
I
what's going on.
explained it was years later. He died and attached his energy, his soul, to the house. He were trapped and he couldn't move to the spirit world. No, I want to kill the doctor, said the spirit in reply. It were no use. The spirit didn't understand and he wouldn't go to light voluntarily, so I called in my spirit guides. The heavies. My spirit
We're all just praying for
team.
either this to end or for us to die.
My team is made up of a Tibetan monk.
We should have voted for the unicorn story. That's his rubbish username. Very, very, very good.
A female medium in her 50s called May. A Native American guy. Of course, there's always a Native
Dave
American.
says, I didn't hear the start of this story. Can Catherine start again? No is the answer.
A man in a white shirt and black waistcoat who I call Preacher. And an African witch doctor. I mean, flipping it.
They're all bases are covered.
They look a bit like the 80s disco band, The Village People. I call them the A-Team. I'm not even making that up.
That's offensive.
I'm not even making that up.
That's offensive, Jamie.
What's that?
No, not you, you muppet. What Catherine's read out. Oh, right. But maybe you are doing something offensive.
What are you doing?
You need to have a long, hard think about what you might be doing that could offend people in 30 years' time.
There we go.
Hey!
Oh, look, he's had his house done up. Look.
Oh, look at that.
Well, the Twitch has been going so well, I bought myself a studio.
Look at this, man.
Look at
Here
that.
we go. Living the dream. That is very modern.
So modern.
It's like living in the Big Brother house.
It is a bit, isn't it?
How can we help you, Jamie? Because what you're doing is you are stopping this really tedious story coming to a conclusion. Oh, by the way, I've got a great idea for the raid tonight. It's a little bit different, but you'll approve.
Don't speak for me.
I do. On many, many things. I actually signed up to quite a few things as you, but that's by the by. Jamie, how can we help thee?
Firstly, thank you for the other week for the raid. Super kind of you. I love you.
Absolute pleasure, man. It's a good stream. Can we get a shout out from Monkey Boy, please? Thank you, Pete. We got a shout out in the chat. This guy does a great stream. Does a Saturday morning cartoon club. Well, you know, like the old days. It's there on Saturday mornings with this guy.
Exactly that. I just wanted to say hello. I've missed you.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How's everything going? You all right?
Really, really well. Like, really well.
You're loving streaming, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I'm treating it like, because I want to make it sort of like my living. Not living, but part-time. And
Well,
yeah.
that de-escalated quickly.
It's going well. It's going well. I'm really enjoying it.
Are you making any money from it? That's a very direct question.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Brilliant. It's good, isn't it? When that first Twitch payment comes through, it's a real...
it's freaking brilliant.
Just for sitting here talking, and you know, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's more than just sitting there talking, but that's what it feels like. But it is,
yeah.
it is building a community and not being an arsehole.
It's really easy to do.
I don't think it is.
It is. I do it every day. You just be nice to people. It's so easy.
Then why do so many people struggle with that?
I don't think some people do struggle. I think some people genuinely like being horrible.
I think some people genuinely like being horrible. I think some people see that's where money is.
I think some people assume. I think some people assume that's the way you have to behave.
Yeah.
Maybe it's out of fear. I think some people are preparing themselves for stick, and so they give it out first. It's nerves.
we just act on a principle of treat others as you wish to be treated, and that's the only rule. We really don't get much trouble in the stream.
Good.
It's nice. It's lovely. So I'm enjoying it. I'm
When
there
are you
every
next?
single day.
When are you next on? What time?
Tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'll be in the cinema at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Hey.
Hopefully not catching the COVIDs.
No, try not
Oh,
to.
fingers crossed.
Fingers
Mask
crossed.
up, double glove.
Well, I've got, and I shouldn't really say this. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it because I don't care. All celebrities have been given a vaccine. Now, does the vaccine work? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I have not caught COVIDs so far. Do you know any celebrities that have got COVIDs? No, because we've all been given the vaccine. All right. So, if it works, I will let you suck off some of my blood.
That works. I've heard that works. It's a thing.
Yeah, my lighter's bigger than your lighter.
Oh, well, you always beat me on that one.
Thank you, Jamie. Go away. I want to finish this story.
Bye,
Goodbye.
bye. The A-team didn't waste any time chaperoning presents.
The A-team?
Yes, he said that. He looks like the village people, but she calls them the A-team.
It's so racist.
I mean, there's so much wrong with this. The A-team didn't waste any time chaperoning presents to Spirit World. They removed him in a jiffy.
2 hours.
They removed him in a jiffy. So this has all been about now.
Shit!
Shoot. Afterwards, the EMF level were 0.4 and back to normal. Amazingly, the attic felt different quickly. It were lighter and brighter. Sam and David, Julian Dean, felt the change too. This is amazing. I might even use the space now, Sam said, smiling. After chatting to Sam, I later discovered that the house used to be a doctor's surgery.
Right. Well, that's not particularly
He said he wanted to get the
spooky.
doctor. She and David had lived in it for 4 years and never felt comfortable until now.
This is the lady's website, by the
I
way.
told her about the spirit being trapped in loft and having mental health issues. He were one at doctor's patients and very disturbed, I added. But he's gone now. In 6 years of cleansing haunted houses, I've never dealt with such a case. What made me laugh, though, was the spirit copped a feel, and I never even noticed.
She needs to speak. She needs to speak to Richard Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors. He will not only go to court against, against living people. He'll also go to spiritual court against ghosts.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen A Matter of Life and Death? The
Yes.
David Niven film.
Yes.
Well, that is based on Richard Gregorian.
The life
court scene. I love that film. I remember seeing that film when I was about 9. You know when you're about 9, and on Sunday it'd be raining, and they
Yes.
just show a big movie,
Yeah.
and you'd watch it.
That's exactly where I saw it, my granddad's.
And I saw it, and I watched it at night. For those David Niven film, it's half in black and white.
Isn't he a fighter pilot or
half in,
something?
maybe it's not in black and white, actually. Maybe it's all in colour. He's a fighter pilot, and he gets he dies. He gets plucked out, or something. He's supposed to die, but he doesn't die. And then the angel comes and says, "I'm really sorry. Actually, you're dead, and you need to come up to heaven." He goes, I don't want to come up to heaven. And there's this amazing, remember this big staircase that goes up to heaven.
And loads of dry ice.
Yeah, and there's like a trial, and he's, it's a bit like Heaven Can Wait. I remember seeing this as like an 8-9-year-old and thinking, what the, what? And when the angel comes to talk to him, everything else freezes around him, and it's beautiful. It's so colourful. It's just stunning. I haven't seen it for years. But that's based on Richard Gregorian. He does that. He does those court cases.
Yeah.
He does those court cases up in heaven. Poseidon Safety Management have very little to do with ghosts and ghoulies. If you are in Devon and indeed Cornwall, they are keeping...
Not in heaven, but in Devon.
Okay, it rhymes. It rhymes, so why not? Not in Cornwall, Hornwall.
Oh.
They're keeping it safer. They have got patrols going on right now, manned, womaned and dogged. They're not dogging. Or maybe they, in their break, they're allowed to.
No, not while
They'll
they're
be
on duty.
coming down hard on doggers. That is not Zeus the dog. We're not allowed to show Zeus. He is undercover. Basically, they are really keen. If you live in Devon and Cornwall...
Why are you living in two places?
Yeah, exactly.
Weirdo.
But let us know if you spot these Poseidon Safety Management team. You'll see them in patrolled vehicles, driving around and doing their best to keep the place safe. And if you're interested, then those are the details. 01208 455 245. No, it's 01208 455-245. It's missing a number. Can I, Nick? I need to get written permission, but I'd like to add a number into that.
Yeah.
01208 455-245-9. That works
That wouldn't
better.
work though. Don't phone that.
It would work.
And don't phone that and shout penis.
It would work. Let's phone them up, but let's do it with the 9.
No, don't phone them up.
I'm not going to say penis.
It might be important. They might...
01208 455-245-9. Let's just give them a call and see what happens.
It's gone midnight.
Well, there'll be someone manning the phones. They won't be asleep, will they?
They might be.
Why?
Might wake Zeus up. They might think it's an emergency. They might think it's an emergency.
Hello, Poseidon Security Control. How can I help?
Hello, my name is Iain Lee. I'm here with Catherine Boyle. We're just doing an advert for you. Nick has asked us to do some adverts on our Twitch stream. I just wanted to make sure that this number was accurate and that there was somebody there, because we're saying that you're there all the time, and I just need to check.
Yeah, that's the case. Yeah, if you give us a call, there's always someone at the end.
Beautiful. And can I just say, I'm really sorry that someone phoned up and shouted penis at you.
Oh, did they?
It wasn't him.
Well,
You just said
one of my
penis.
colleagues.
I was maybe. If you want, I can shout penis at you.
No, that's all right, thank you.
All right. Hey, listen. Thank you, man. You have a good night, and thanks a lot for your help.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Cheers, bye-bye.
There we go. You see.
You just said penis to him twice.
You said it to me. You've said it to me twice now, and you're a work colleague. That's sexual harassment. Thank you to those guys. Someone's waste. I feel we should probably.
No. They won't be there. That
Well,
that
leave a
will wake them up.
message. Oh, 333-577-7
They'll think it's some sort of-
442.
They'll think there's a bin fire or
Oh,
something.
333-577-7 Oh, 333-577-7
Don't ring them up.
Why?
Because they'll think there's some sort of emergency.
It will be an answer phone.
What if it in?
Well, then they're idiots. Oh, 333-577-7
Oh, hang on a minute. This isn't the radio. I'm not going to be the one that gets in trouble.
Do what we want.
Harsh, if you're watching. You're about to get a phone call.
Oh, 333-577.
person you are trying to reach is not available to take your call.
We'll leave a message.
Good. Please leave a message
There we
after
go.
the tone. To end the recording, press
She shot
hash.
penis at them. Oh, 333-577-7 Oh, 333-577-7
Woo!
There we go.
They'll never know it was us.
Harsh.
He didn't put his phone number on
Clever.
there. Clever guy.
Clever.
And that's who you want.
Exactly. You want someone bright and smart in charge of your accounts. This guy ain't no idiot. He ain't no noob. He's no noob. All right? He's not a noob. He didn't put his number in the ads.
Because he doesn't want to hear from us.
He doesn't like us. He's an accountant. He's a good man. I've had the great pleasure of meeting him several times, and he's a really, really nice guy, actually. And I don't trust him. I would trust him with my accounts. I have an accountant. But Harsh did actually offer to have a look at them at some point. And then when I sort of explained the situation, he went, that's a bit ixnay on the axe tay. He said, that's actually a little bit, that's kind of a field that you would be better off going with the person that you're going to. But if you've got any questions about tax, Harsh, exactly. There's some. You're right, Lonely God. It's not quite there. Harsh doesn't do phone numbers. There's something in that, because sometimes a big tax bill can
Harsh
be
has
described.
got your numbers.
It doesn't mention phones though, and it should mention phones because we're talking about phones. Yeah.
Well, we'll give it some more thought.
Yeah. Send him an email. harsh@hfsingandco.uk. If you need an accountant. If you don't, I wouldn't.
Leave him alone.
Yeah,
He's got
leave-
enough to do.
leave his
Trying to
inbox.
count. You'll put him off. You'll have to start counting again.
Tell you how geeky I was at the age of 13.
Tell me.
I had a BBC Micro. My friend Michael Hall had a Spectrum. We wrote a program. We wrote a program for each computer to count to 1 million. And we phoned each other up and we went, okay. So we typed in run, ready, 3, 2, 1, enter. Then we went and had our dinner. And we came back to see which computer could count to 1 million faster. Have a guess.
Yours.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. BBC Micro did.
Good story, mate.
Yeah. Harsh, you probably want to use that at a party. We've got 9,916 followers. Have we gone up that much, really? 80, is that true?
No.
035775542. Oh, 333. Hey, we got 9,916 followers. This is insane. Click follow now. Click follow now. Let's get those numbers up.
Gosh.
Click follow now. Click follow now. Let's get those numbers up.
Woo!
Or not. Is the thing. So I thought
It doesn't make us better or worse people.
Oh, it does.
It doesn't mean anything really.
It makes me feel loved. So I thought tonight for the raid we'd go off piste.
Oh. I don't think so. I'm driving.
Paddy, we'll do the harsh logos tomorrow. I've got loads. Thank you. I've got loads of logos.
Hello, Laura, sometimes.
Hello, Laura, sometimes. We're going to do a raid,
Yeah.
but we're going to go off Twitch.
Oh.
Right? Spiderfish says you have both beautifully at the top of your game tonight. This is exactly why I listen to you both. Thank you for taking my mind off all the rubbish going on. Sorry, Matt. You have both beautifully at the top of your game. I've absolutely no idea what that means. Do you want to try and do it in English, please?
Oh, mate.
You have both What the hell are you talking about?
Look what Sean Connery's doing. He's pointing that right at your
He's
head.
trying to kill the... Oh, he is, isn't he? He's trying to... And the two Bonds are trying to talk him out of it.
Yeah.
Right. So, I thought we might go and listen to Alan Bezic.
Oh, yeah.
Alan Bezic is the only phone-in host, apart from James O'Brien, worth listening to. And that's not true. I do like Dotton, and I like Jim Davis, actually. Dotton is kind of playing the five...
You were too strident there, weren't you? You've had to retract.
Too strident. I do like Dotton a lot. The Five Live stuff I'm not so keen on. I preferred Dotton when he was on BBC London. The Five Live just feels... It's less personal for me than the BBC London
They're
stuff.
very keen on... Well, they like to tone down personality on Five Live, don't they?
Yeah. Although Jim Davis does a great show at the weekends. But Alan Bezic is great. So we're going to go... He's on BBC Manchester and BBC... What's it
Lancashire.
called? Lancashire. Weeknights. Well, he starts at midnight. Till 1.
But doesn't get good till we finish.
He's on tonight. Yeah, he starts at 10 o'clock. Midnight. Starts at midnight.
Midnight.
He's not on tomorrow. He's on tonight. Tomorrow, by the way, it's changing rooms for Catherine Boyle. I'm sitting back. I'm watching. I'm tempted to sit on the sofa and just watch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go just play like 5 minutes of it or so here and then invite you to go off and listen. If you've got BBC Sounds or the BBC... I've not done it online, actually. So let's go and have a little look. So we want BBC Manchester. BBC
Manchester.
How do we listen? I don't know.
Sounds.
Okay, let's get this over here. So we'll have a listen. It is, if you liked the late night alternative when it was on the radio and it's radio carnation, then I think you're gonna like. This.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we'll go on and it'll be a couple of really boring calls.
Oh yeah, but they're worth sitting through because the way he handles them are.
Yeah. So go and get your BBC Sounds app ready. I really don't understand how this works. Listen live. We want.
Oh, this is all the nationals, isn't it? Oh no, here we go.
View all stations. Here we go. BBC Radio Manchester. So we'll have a little listen, like 5 minutes together. Then we'll leave. And if you're enjoying
We're
it,
also trying to prevent an abduction from happening.
okay,
So
well,
as you can imagine,
that's the news. We don't need the news at the moment. There we go. Matty's posted the links, and so has King Mike. Thank you, guys. It'll be news in that now, won't it? Yes, it will. Correct. Correct. That's you've worked out radio. Remember when XFM started? Their gimmick, one of their gimmicks was
no news.
They would do news at 5:02.
Oh.
Thank you, Jonathan, for that payment.
You know why?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, because everyone turns over when the news is on.
Boom.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know.
You know, but they might not know.
Yes, they do. We just don't talk to them like they're idiots.
Well,
some of them are. But don't talk to them like they're idiots. Oh, got a new video to watch. Always had 6 views. Okay, right. Where are we?
Come on.
All right. I'll do. He always start. I'll do. We're in.
A gentleman who's been very nice and he's sending you this. I mean, this rock is sending you.
This guy asks questions about the Big Bang,
Oh, he's the one that said, "How do you know the stars are still there?"
Yeah.
He believes it was prophesized. I don't know when. I mean, it's very. If you're going to prophesize anything, it's rocks falling from the sky.
Richard, thank you for the
Because
raid.
back in them
We're
days,
just listening
the sky
to
was so
Alan
much more
Bezek.
clear. If you looked into the sky, you would see all the different galaxies because it
He's
was
always talking about
darker.
stars.
And you know, if it's darker,
needs to
you will be
focus
able
on
to
what's
see
going
light
on this
further away
earth.
much better. And then this thing falling to ground was far more common back then. I mean, it's still common, but they could have seen more of it. We can't see it because of pollution
hang on,
and all that.
That's two different things you said. They were more common back then. What you mean is that they saw more of them.
Yeah,
We
sorry,
don't
they
know
were
how
as
common they
common.
were.
They were as common. It's randomly common.
Alan doesn't take any bull. He'll question
Really,
everything.
but it doesn't matter. We know what you mean now. But go on.
Yeah. So
You think
and
I'm
a supernova creates a supernova is a two huge stars meeting each other at a certain distance. Their gravitation pull is not strong enough to bang them together, but they stand aside, and then one of them is usually cold, and the other one is very, very hot. And the hot escapes
Thank you, Pete.
in a dust into the cold one, and it gets to a point where he crushes back in himself, and he explodes. And when he explodes, he creates a galaxy like ours with all the planets in it. And then all this, it becomes dust, and then the dust goes round and round, and he creates these things, and these things will bash into each other, and then all the elements, and then we're very lucky because our supernova happened. When it happened, it created obviously the sun, the Mars, and all that, and everything was just right for us to be for life to exist. And all those supernovas and all that.
From what I read on space, well, NASA's website, a supernova isn't two stars crashing into each other. It's just a star that explodes. They might be wrong, of course. They know sod all of NASA.
That's why I said they don't crash into each
Sorry,
other.
I should just say I had a message on YouTube and on Twitter. You know, we showed the video of me hosting the Pharrell thing.
Oh yeah.
The guy from MySpace messaged me.
Ah, to say he's now married to.
I am Mark, the guy on the left. I'll have you know I am now married to a Fitbird, so it's all good. What a lovely gentleman taking it in his stride like that. Sorry, carry on.
Warm. And then...
Are we still talking about the supernova here? Excuse me a second, I'm trying to find out which conversation we're having. Whether we're still having the one
Sounds
from
like the same
God
one from the
knows
other
when,
night.
or whether we're having the one about a definition of a supernova. Which are we having?
Yeah, I try to speak very quick. Supernova, Alan. Supernova. There's obviously...
Right,
there's
so
different-
what? So tell me again.
He's furious.
Tell me again in one sentence what a supernova is.
I mean, if I want to be very, very correct, because there's so many different supernovas, it's
Just tell me.
explosion of a
Just
star.
tell me. Don't preface it for 4 years. Just tell me.
Explosion of a star.
It's what?
Explosion of-
There, we've got
When
it.
a
It's the explosion of a
massive
star.
star,
Thank you.
He's furious.
Well, it's still an explosion of a star. We've got it.
Yeah, but these stars create galaxies. That's how huge they are. So if you say a small rock is like saying a plant
You don't
is
care.
a direct result of the sun. Which sun, if there's no sun, it won't grow. But that's
I love it.
photosynthesis and all that stuff.
He's so grumpy.
A plant grows, and
But
a
never
rock,
shouts.
Small rock falling into a. It's
Well,
not
you did shout that
exactly.
one time.
It's
Yeah.
not exactly
Doesn't
supernova.
actually.
It is. Everything is
Don't
our-
preface it
our
for 4
galaxy,
years.
I mean, the sun is a result of a supernova. Does that make sense?
Not really, but don't matter.
Yeah, the sun, the moon,
Not listening anymore.
Jupiter,
Not really, don't
all of
matter.
them planets. The only is because a huge star exploded, and then them stars.
So how did they become? Are they?
Don't ask him any
lumps
more
of the
questions.
star, or
Of
are
the
they
star.
something else?
When it
He's so
exploded,
good.
Alan, when it exploded, it's a huge dust that just lies around. You know, when it just lies around.
No, so it's huge
and then
dust.
they go round
Don't
and
give me
round.
examples. I understand the language. I'm comparatively clever. So when it explodes, there's lots of dust.
Comparatively clever.
This dust go round and round, and the particle. Every galaxy is different. They have different moons and stuff.
When you say the particles, is the particles another word for the dust?
The elements like iron and.
Well, are the particles and the elements and the dust all the same thing?
Well, when it explodes, it's dust. For thousands of years, they go
You
around.
can phone in if you want.
And then
Just tell me yes or no. So because you're using three words.
I'm from Manchester,
and I want
so
to know
yeah.
whether they mean different things. Is the dust the part? Well, I don't care. You're using three words. I want to know whether those three words mean different things.
Okay.
Is the particle, the element, and the dust, is that a different word for exactly the same thing?
You're very right there. Yeah, it's all the same.
Okay, well, stick with dust then. Dust, I understand. Dust.
The dust is,
I know what dust is. I've got a bedroom full of it, so I know what dust is. Go on.
Yeah, but he kind of organizes himself. So the middle will be very, very warm. That's our sun now.
The middle of the dust.
The explosion, the dust is the result of the supernova, Alan.
Yeah, we got that. So we've got the explosion, we've got the dust. Where do the planets come from? Do tell.
Yeah, the dust, it circles around. When it keeps circling and circling, it's a bit like I'm trying to find something on it.
I know what circling means. It's okay. I don't need explanations of the words. It's circling. I've got that.
Yeah,
so
so
the dust is circling. What happens next?
There's fuse
Matty,
and
please get an Alan Bezic vault going.
And then planets create different planets. And
So
then
all the
sun-
little bits of dust get together, and over billions of years they add up and add up and add up, and they make a bigger lump, and eventually that lump is large enough to be known as a dwarf planet, and then more dust arrives, and it's then large enough to be a planet.
Yeah.
There we
And
go.
then
That wasn't hard, was it?
into each other. They bang into each other as well. They create more.
Who do?
Who do?
Do what? I don't know. Who do? Who bang into each other?
Okay. So the dust, as
Stop asking him questions. Just let him go.
No, I don't need a long explanation. You said they bang into each other. Who do? Who's they?
Okay, so our galaxy. No.
I just want an explanation of the. I don't need the history of the world.
This is a process.
You said they bang into each other. Who is they? Who's banging into each other?
The early sun, the early Mars, the early
even
the early Neanderthals with the power.
Do you mean planets? The planets bang into each other. There, that was all you said. They bang into each other. What you meant was the planets bang into each other, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't make it more complicated. It's hard enough.
And then now we've gone to this stage where everything is now they're all orbiting each other, and then luckily for us,
they're not orbiting each other, are they?
Well, we're orbiting the sun. I don't know what.
Yeah, as are they. We're not orbiting each other. We're not going round Venus.
Yeah.
We're not orbiting Mars, so they're not orbiting each other.
He's furious.
They are all orbiting the sun.
This guy calls in almost every
sun,
night.
Yeah. The sun is.
I don't know if he's furious. He's probably just a bit frustrated.
I know
that we've got a tone.
People get upset when I get arsey with the callers. Imagine.
Outside.
Yeah,
So,
but they're still moving
so
around
the
us.
planets. No, when you said the planets are orbiting each other, they're not.
Yeah, that's wrong. I'm sorry. We can't.
It's okay. This is why I have to keep stopping you to check what you've said and see if it
I
makes
get
sense.
confused as well. I get confused.
Sorry?
I mean, because the thing is, I read different articles, and because this is a billion year evolution, and then so different.
It don't matter how long it's took. It's not affected your language. You when you say the planets are revolving round each other. They're not. Don't matter how many times you've read it. When you've said it, it's wrong.
Alan needs a southern lady for balance. Yes, I'd go along with that. Yeah.
I
don't think that'd work.
What do you mean they're behind us? Is it a race? We might be behind them. What do you mean when you say they're behind us?
I don't know. I don't know the order of the planets closest to the sun. I don't know that.
No. You said they're behind us. What did you mean?
Everything in our galaxy, which is the result.
And on it goes.
Of a supernova.
And on it goes.
What did you mean when you said they're
And on it goes. It's a joy. I thoroughly recommend you go and listen to that. That's our raid for tonight. Alan Bezic on BBC Manchester and BBC Lancashire. I love it. I love it so much. I think he's great. Thank you, everyone. That was a fun show tonight.
Yeah, it was really fun. Spooky. Oh, so spooky.
We did. We had 3 spooky stories. One of them was from Chatter's Fate and was crap. One was from Josh, the guest, and it was crap. And one I didn't really understand from Darkness Dwells.
So should we file that under crap?
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow night. It's Catherine's. Hang on.
Sam, it's been fascinating. Lee's new. How do Lee?
How do Lee? Catherine's
Hello,
changing
Lee.
rooms tomorrow.
Yeah.
How do George?
Hey, I'm mate, you right.
I'm very well, thank you.
So, if there was a vote tomorrow to legalise marijuana,
Oh,
which
God.
way would you go and why?
I wouldn't bother voting.
Says vote tomorrow to
Would you not?
legalise marijuana.
Oh God, this
Why,
old
not bother you
chestnut.
at all, or?
Exactly so.
Oh, fair play. I respect that. Fair play.
Okay. How do Lee? I believe we found Lee.
Yeah.
Go and listen to it. Good night.
Night.
We will be back tomorrow.